Oh, excuse me. That was really well done, eh? Oh. Ah. Ladies and or gentlemen, DD15, what's going on? We're just doing the regular Sunday thing here, man. I just left the house. I'll turn the camera around in a second as soon as I get down the end of my street here. And we're just going to drive on up to the yard, and then we'll do our regular Sunday night just hanging around and shooting some shit and talking about all the shit that we think we did when we were young and all the shit we bragged about doing when we were young and that we never actually did. We're just bragging about it. Curtis, Wheel Santa Claus. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. You're a fine audience. No excuses for you. Now, there's never an excuse for me. Justin Axford, what's going on, buddy? How the hell are you, man? I saw that you met up with Shannon Thomas there. That was really cool. Really cool. She is a super great lady. I've met her as well, and yeah, I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of jealous that you guys all got to hang out down there. Believe me, I was following it and watching it, and I was like, oh, for son of a bitch. I would have liked to have gone. I just couldn't, believe it or not, I couldn't find the time. Right? I just couldn't find the time. So it would have been, it would have been on my list, but what can you do, right? Couldn't find the time. I'm more interested in making money, and the time I would have had to lose, I would have lost too much money. So T-Bone, good to see you. Thanks for hanging out. Welcome back. Welcome back. Plays on the freeway. Hey, hey, hey. What you say? Well, I say as little as possible these days, brother. That's a lie. Anybody that knows me, that's a lie. I think my mouth moves and I talk in my sleep. It's just the way it works, man. Just the way it works. So, give me a give me a second here. Give me a quick second here. Let's get the hell out of town. And then I'm a I'm 5 miles north of the highway. So T-Bone, I really, 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 really liked what you did with that fridge. My fridge is in the same place as yours is, and oh, that's why. There we go. My fridge is in the same place as yours is, and my fridge actually the hinges snapped. So my fridge door is just like on, and I've got bungee holding it on. I refuse to pay the price for a new fridge. Are you absolutely out of your cotton picking chicken fucking mind? Absolutely not going to happen. So, and then actually, Dar spotted your video, and looks like that is what we are going to do. That looks what we're going to do because let's face it, you know as well as I do, T-Bone, that the fridge that's in here, it's the freezer is not even big enough for two frozen dinners. Right now, I've got a stock for with big chocolate bars. That's all it's good for. So, and the rest of the fridge is kind of useless too. So we're gonna do that. We are actually gonna do the exact same setup you got. I'm gonna give Freightliner a call and see if they've got the kit or if it's an aftermarket kit. I'm not sure. So, had a great time. Everybody made it back to making money. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, not been. It's like going to Costco. You go in for fucking $25 worth of shit and come out with $2,500 worth of shit. So it's one of those things. So anyway, let's turn the camera around. Here we go. I got a gorgeous day, man. Look at this. Beautiful day. It's above freezing. It's what are we at here? We're at +3 Celsius. So beautiful, beautiful day. It's been like this all day. The sun's been out all day. I spent an hour out front the house today, or in the garage tootling and around the house, around the front yard and everything like that. I spent an hour out in just a hoodie, just what I'm wearing actually, a hoodie and a pair of sweatpants. And I had the dog out. Good gracious. Good gracious. Speed limit's 50. I'm doing 60 and he's doing 70. He must have an ice cream cake in the back of that trunk. Thanks, Star. Yeah, he never stops talking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Karen, thanks for popping in. How are you? Good to see you. Oh, I don't know, man. I overdid it with pizza. We did Little Caesars for dinner. I hated to do it. I really hated to eat it. It was horrible. But yeah, Little Caesars and those that crazy bread. Jesus, you hit your limit and you're full. You know you're full and you should stop eating. I didn't. I didn't. Adrian, how are you? Good to see you. Semi Ernie, there you are, boy. Good to see you, man. Mind you, I've seen a whole lot more of you than you've seen of me. I've probably driven what at least 1,000 miles over the last week and a half with you, Ernie. Mind you, you've done the heavy lifting, pal. I've just sat and kind of watched, but you've done all the yapping and driving and yapping. Good to see you, guys. If you guys don't know who Semi Ernie is, go check out Ernie's channel. He's already got a wrench. He's moderated. Just tap on Semi Ernie and the Rough Riders and go check that out. You will not be disappointed. Ernie starts work every morning about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Throws the live stream on and he streams his entire day. His entire day. Now I don't watch an entire day. Obviously I can't. I'm in and out and in and out. But at any point of the day, you can catch Ernie probably right up till what, Ernie? About 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, whatever. Whenever you get back to the terminal. So anyway, throw it up there, boys and girls. Ernie, feel free to throw your link up into the channel as well, please. Or yeah, anybody wants to do that for me. Dar, you want to throw Ernie's link up there for me? Ernie, this is what Canada looks like. Like you didn't know. This is Canada. See the air? It's so clean you can actually breathe it here, dude. I'm I'm just busting your chops. I'm just messing with you, man. Just messing with you. That was a pretty good live you had there going there yesterday. Um, Even though you had to bow out, I stayed in it. You guys were talking to the young guy there that wanted to become the owner operator, and he was looking to do it soon. And I'll be honest with you, Ernie, based on everything that I've heard come out of his mouth, and he's ambitious, and he might maybe a good driver, but if I was you guys, I'd be slowing him down. He's not ready yet. He's not ready yet. There's too much that he needs to know before he makes that step, and he doesn't have enough money in the bank, right? He's got nothing in the bank. And he wants to lease. He wants to, and I hate that lease. The lease ops like that with the company. Find a company, and that's in my opinion, that's the very last option. If you've got no money and you've got a lousy credit rating and you've got, and that's the only way you're going to become an owner operator, then you know what? Don't wait. And unfortunately, he seems a little too, how am I'm trying to be polite here, Ernie, but he's just not ready, sir. He's not. Okay, I've been doing this a long time. So have you. You've actually got a few more years on the highway than I got, but I've been an owner operator for 22 of these years. So it's kind of a little alarm bells go off in my head when I start hearing certain things like what's IFTA, what is IFTA, how much money. He wants to do this because he doesn't have any money, and there was a whole bunch of little things. It wasn't just one big thing. It was a whole bunch of little things that kind of went off, and just kind of, you know what? I would hate to see him do it and then come back to you in 6 months because he's back into a company ride and he had to give his truck back, and that's the end result. You and I both know that We all know that these big companies that lease the trucks, and very, very rarely, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but very, very rarely do you make it to the end of your lease, right? Something is going to happen: economy, recession, COVID, divorce. Fuck, could be one of a billion things in this business. Could actually kill this. And you know what? It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Rolling with Rodney. Did I catch the lie? Narc nearly threw hands and had to be separated. I didn't see it. I heard about it. I wasn't watching. I don't understand why that would be necessary. Well, I don't understand unless somebody took a swing at him first, or anybody. Like, I don't know why anybody, and I don't care whether it be Narc or whether it be anybody, from this side or that side or whatever fucking side. It's not necessary to go to a truck show and have and there be chaos or havoc, or a physical confrontation, right? Like, go to the truck show to enjoy the truck show. Don't go to the truck show because you're looking to cause or stir up some shit. You know, I like I said, Rodney, I never saw it. I never saw it. I just I kind of heard about it, and it's to be honest with you, it's of no interest to me. It doesn't affect my life one way or another, so I really don't care. Um, if Narc gets his face pounded in, fine. Or if Narc pounds somebody else's face in, fine. Again, I'm not going to lose a minute of sleep over it. Not a minute of sleep over it. So, excuse me, boys and girls. I'm just going to grab me a drink. Where how I got enough room in my stomach to drink it is beyond me. Is he single? The guy, the truck driver that we were talking about, the young guy. Yeah, I believe Jerome. I believe he was single. Um, Lease purchase. Thanks, Ernie. I don't know what the hell happened. Yeah, my brain. I was having a brain fart. Lease purchase. Um, but yeah, Jerome. He is single, as far as I know, and he is able to stay out for extended periods of time. So that would be one of the benefits that he has going for him. You know, he could probably narrow it down, and he wouldn't need to rent an apartment. He could probably rent a room somewhere. He wouldn't need a car, or he wouldn't need he could sell his car and buy a beater and park it where whatever. Like, there's a whole bunch of things that come into play uh, that when you're single. But at the end of the day, Jerome, you've heard me talk about it, and other guys have, and I mentioned it yesterday on the channel, on the live that I was watching. I mentioned it there, that there's a difference between the trucking business and the business of trucking. Guys, the trucking business is what we do. We go here, we pick up freight, we take it over here, we get our bill of lading signed, we do it in a safe, courteous manner, we deliver it over there, we get it signed, and we go to the next spot and deliver it, we pick up at the next spot, blah blah. That's the trucking business. The business of trucking is completely different. The business of trucking is all of the intricacies and all of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes that 90% of company drivers don't even know goes on, right? That is the business of trucking. And the list goes from, I'm 6'2", and the list goes from the bottom of my feet right to the top of my head, guys. That is how long that list is. And you better know it. I'm not saying you got to know everything. That's impossible. None of us out here know everything, except maybe DIY. We'll give it to DIY. No, not even DIY, right? None of us know everything, but you better know something about both, because if you don't, you're gonna run into a hard lesson very, very, very quickly, very quickly. It doesn't affect me either. Entertainment value only. Hey, you know what, Rodney? I'm on with you there. I'm on with you there. But it's just, again, like, I missed it. If I had been watching YouTube and it was happening as I was looking at it, then you know what? I wouldn't have scrolled by. I would have watched it. But did I go back and look at it, or did I go back and check it out? No. Sorry, I'm not weaving lanes here. I want to see what's. I was just checking to see what's in front of this forefront logistics, whatever. So that's yeah, that's all. Whatever. It's the whole drama game. Here we go again, right? Oh, I'm in Canada, so it's drama, right? When I cross the border, yeah, like I did the other day, it's drama. But now in Canada here, we're drama. There's no drama here. There's no drama here, guys. You guys know that. Um, doesn't mean that when I turn my channel off and I'm farting around, messing around, and I'm going through other people's channels, that a little bit of drama doesn't, it's not a little bit of entertainment. Hey, I'll look at it. I won't participate in it unless I got a dog in the fight, or unless it's something that I truly believe in. But in this case here, watching who was it? It was Narc and Ike. I could care less about fucking either of them. You know, I could care less about either of them. If they'd have got into an all-out, ball-out brawl and one of them stood over as the victor, I'd be going, good for you. I've barely eaten since I got sick. I've lost almost 10 pounds. Yeah, absolutely, baby. There's other ways to lose weight, Dar. You don't have to go out and find somebody that's sick and then, French kiss them and then get their cold. Doing IFTA is something you don't want to mess up. No, you don't want to screw that up. You don't want to screw that up. Myself, Jerome, I'm lucky. I don't deal with it. Part of the contract, and this is the other thing. When you become an owner operator, when you go on with a new company, when you lease, find the company that you decide you want to go. If you're not going out on your own, that is. But if you go out and you find the company that you want to get on with, negotiate your deals, right? Negotiate all your shit. Like everything, my mileage, because I'm a mileage rate paid driver, right? So my everything from my mileage rate, my fuel surcharge, my the work that I do, everything is negotiable, right? And part of the deal was that, I don't pay for certain things, and I am not responsible for filing and collecting certain things. And one of those things is IFTA, because I'm on their authority. It is their job to collect, pay, or credit. Um, and I don't have to deal with it. Jerome, I'll be honest with you, I'm glad. I'm glad because you put one decimal point in the wrong place, dude. You're doing math for the following week. Nobody's getting away easy. If he's got a clean record and 2 years OTR, he could start with the folks I'm leased to. Well, Buck, I'll be honest with you. I don't know all the details. I was trying to listen as I was as they were talking, and I was putting my 2 cents in. Um, I would really, 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 Buck. Honestly, I'll be honest. I would really like to see him not take the lease purchase deal. Um, Again, that should be your very last option. If you need to do a lease deal, like I said, because you don't have the down payment or you don't have the credit, you got bad credit or whatever, or you've been banged. If you have to take the lease purchase deal, just don't. Don't. You're not ready for it. You're not ready for it. And that's the cold hard fact truth, man. It's if you don't like what I'm saying and people don't agree with it, that's fine. When I get this truck parked in an hour, we can sit and debate it, and you guys can call me nuts, and I'll be happy to explain myself even better. But I would never take a lease purchase deal. It's just the odds. If you run the mathematical odds, the odds of you finishing that lease are very, very low. I don't know what the percentage is, but I guarantee you it's not like, oh, 75% of these people finish the lease. No, absolutely not. They do not. And if somebody's telling me, oh, 75% of the people at this company finish the lease, I want to know what's going on at that company. Tell you. So anyhow, we can bash that around a little better. 2-4, what's going on? Well, dude, we're just doing the regular Sunday shit thing. I'm just driving up to the yard. We're gonna look at the highway for a bit, and when we get up there, we'll get the old wagon pinned up, and then we'll turn the camera around, and you guys can look at my face, and we can carry this on for another. I was gonna say another hour or so, but you know goddamn well that's not gonna happen, right? 2-4. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Yeah, man. Thanks. We had a pretty good weekend. We had a very productive weekend. Um, did a little laying around, being lazy. You know, we did some laying around and being lazy. Um, but you know, we did get to hang out and do some shit, and we ran into town, and we got some stuff around the house done that needed to be done. Actually, not we. Dar did. I think she started her spring cleaning, so some of the spring cleaning got done. So it's a good deal. Guard dogs. Guard dogs walked through the front door. Look at that. Awesome. Guess Bry hasn't been cooking. Actually, I did cook. I cooked today, dude. I made a meatloaf. What else did I make today? No, I didn't. No, I made a meatloaf. I did breakfast yesterday. I made breakfast yesterday. I think I made lunch yesterday. I'm a pretty good cook there, Johnny. I can turn it on when I have to, right? If a woman likes to eat, I can impress if I have to. You know, I think I had a banana. Well, I cooked you that banana. I grew you that banana, Dar. Just remember that, eh? Just remember. Carry on with don't do lease purchase, uh, but are partnered with a reputable used truck dealership. Yeah, they make it simple. There's a few around like that. We don't have any of those in Canada. I'll be honest with you. Where a trucking company is partnered up with a used truck, with a used truck dealership or something like that. Um, I'd still want to watch all the intricacies. I'd want to go through that contract. Like for example, Buck, if somebody takes that deal, do you have to stay with that company, or can you say, okay, I've had enough of this company, I'm now going to move to another company? Or are you exclusive to the company that you're there with? That's one of the biggest issues with a lease purchase deal. As soon as you lease purchase, you are exclusively theirs. They own your ass. Unless one of two things. A, when you quit, you turn the truck back in and you lose your investment or any money that you put into that, which benefits the company. Or B, you just happen to have enough to pay out the rest of the lease and probably the $40,000 balloon payment on the end. If you happen to have all of that, then you can take the truck with you. But if you had all of that to start with, what the hell are you doing a lease purchase? You see what I'm saying here? He might get one, but no one will hire him on. He screwed up his license. He screwed his license up. Oh, okay. He went to Western Express, and they wouldn't take him. Well, that's too bad. I remember him saying something about his license. He did something. I can't recall. I don't recall, and it's really not that important. If you've done something and you've got a mark on your license and you can't do it, and you can't do it, that sucks though. That does suck. Be honest with you. Karen, spend my weekends alone and enjoy my quiet time. Well, Dar gets all week alone, and then I come in and make a lot of noise on the weekend. Hold on, folks. Gotta light my stick. That's stick. Not. Don't get carried away. I saw Rig Pig came in. As soon as I said stick, you know, shit was gonna go sideways. Oh, there we go. That makes Bry happy. There we go. Do we really need to turn the camera around? Oh, come on. You want to look at me? You want to look this face? No, you don't want to look at this face. Well, dude, you're welcome. We got Rig Pig. I can get parked, and you can sit there and look at a big old dirt lot you know, if that's what you want to, that's what you want to do, and that's what gets you your spanking going. Then hey, knock yourself out. Oh, I left the case of Dr. Pepper in my truck over the weekend, and it snowed like a mother here. We got a shit ton of snow, and it stayed around 0, but the inside of the truck didn't freeze. So those pops are absolutely freezing. 2-4. I had a shed 3/4 built. Wind tore it down this morning. Oh, that's rough. You know what, dude? Claim that on your insurance. Claim it on your insurance. It was 3/4 up. They don't know that it wasn't all the way up. Claim it on your insurance. I love roads like this, Ernie. Well, this is Sunday. This is Sunday afternoon. Now, I'm not where I am right now. I'm about 220 miles east of Toronto. I'm almost actually where I live. I'm almost dead center between Toronto and Montreal. So I'm going towards Montreal. And Sunday afternoons up in this area here, like there's nothing going on. There is nothing going on. This is I love coming in on Sunday nights. Not a lot of traffic, nobody to bother you. We got one scale, and it's a 50-50. It's hit and miss whether it's open or not. It's one of the new ones. Excuse me. It's one of the new ones. It's we call up here we call them super coops because it's not just one of the ones where you roll up, the building's there, you roll up, you cross the plate, and then you drive into. It's like the ones down in Texas, dude, for the fruit, in California for the fruit. When you're going down 35 into Laredo, or sorry, into Laredo. Those ones there where they got the great big canopies and all this shit. So that's what they've done in Canada. They've turned all of these into super coops in Canada. Well, especially in Ontario, in the province of Ontario, where I'm at. And because they spent so much damn money on them, they're open a lot, right? Trying to recoup some of it. Woo! Trucking with T-Bone. Sure can. Yeah, I would love to. Actually, I want to see the finished product. You're going to do another video showing the finished product. It's all set up, but I know you kind of did, but I just kind of want to see it again. It wasn't cheap, but the cost of parts and fridge wasn't near just the cost of the factory. No, dude, that's what I'm talking about, right? Just the fridge. It's stupid. Like I replaced the W9, and it was, I shit you not, man. It was the size of the microwave that you had in there, right? That's how big the fridge was. Maybe a little bit bigger than that microwave that you showed on your video, T-Bone. And the thing there was like 850 bucks. I just about wanted to blow my brains out. I'm like, I'm not paying that. I did pay it, but and I'm not paying the price for this Freightliner. Absolutely not. I refuse. So I'm gonna go your way. I don't know what that cost you. I didn't ask you, and I'm not asking you now to spill your what it costs. But it can't be all combined. It can't be what it costs to buy a new truck or a new fridge. Shannon Thomas Trucking. There you go, Shannon Thomas. There's the Mats girl. You should have been a cheerleader. You should have been a cheerleader for Mats. Even if you didn't know what Mats was, the way you hear the energy when Shannon talks about it, the energy coming off of Shannon talking about Mats, even if you didn't know what it was, you were looking at your wife going, "Can we go? Can we go? What is it? I don't know, but she's selling it. It's awesome. We gotta go." So thanks for popping in, Shannon. Always great to see you. Owner operator with my carrier, all sign 1 year contracts. Just started my third. You know what? One of the great things about the company I'm with, because I was with them, I started with them in 2015, and I was with them for, I don't know, 4 years, something like that. And then I left for a couple of years and went out and did the super heavy haul. And then I meddled around at ET, and then I came back. And when you sign, when you like, when the first time I was there, I signed my contract. It was good the whole term that I was working there. The only thing that got negotiated and got changed, the terms of, were the rates, right? And the same thing this time. When I went back, now I've been there almost 2 years again, and I think actually, yeah, our rates have gone up twice since I've been back, and other than that, nothing else has changed. We don't have to renegotiate it every year. We don't have to do any of that. So I'm kind of lucky, but I'll be honest with you, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop because our company got bought out by a bigger company, and so far they've been very good to us. They really have. We were concerned that they were going to come in and convert our way of our pay packages and our fuel packages and all that. They were going to take it away and convert it to theirs, and ours was much better. And they haven't done that. So it's been over a year now. So it looks like it might be solid. Put it this way: we've got guys from their division coming into our division, so it can't be that bad. Funny, the new coops in Putnam and Windsor are closed way more than they're open. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. Sarnia is always open. Whitby is always open. Well, Whitby's not a new one either, though, eh? Um, this one in Gananoque, during the week, it's always open. It's always open. The fridge door, the hinges, T-bone, the hinges themselves have snapped. And I was told by both dealerships that I deal with that once those hinges go, you can't undo them and put new hinges on and just carry on. The door, once the hinges are busted, the door is garbage. And I'm just like, oh yeah, well here, hold my Dr. Pepper, and so now I've MacGyvered the hell out of it, and it works, right? My fridge is full right now. I filled it all up. It's all good. But it looks like amateur. You get into my truck, and it looks like amateur hour when you look at the fridge, and I hate that. I hate that more than anything in the world. Pimp J, smoke a stogie for me and safe trouble, brother. Oh, thanks, Pimp. Appreciate that, bro. I am smoking it and enjoying it, might I say. I paid 175 bucks for my fridge. Had a crisper and big freezer on it. Put it in my freight shaker, but sold it when I went local. Well, that's what I'm looking to do, Ernie. If you look at T-Bone, he's got a channel as well. He's got the same truck as I do, actually the same year and everything. And what he did is he took the fridge and the cabinet right out. And I got no problem with that. I would do the exact same thing. And he put a stand-up bar fridge in there, but there's an actual plate, like there's a mounting brackets and a mounting plate that you put down, and then you can put the fridge on top of it, and then you can strap the fridge properly onto the bracket, onto the plate, and your fridge won't go anywhere. And then you've got yourself a really nice deal, right? You've got your fridge door, then you got your freezer door. Basically, you've got like the same thing you got in the kitchen, except a miniature size. And the one T-Bone's got, it was absolutely pinpoint perfect for what I want to do. As for what I want. So yeah. Um, and yeah, you can buy, and you can, the funny thing is you can buy the fridge up here for about 200 bucks. That fridge at Walmart or at, I would either go to Walmart or Canadian Tire. Canadian Tire would be like you guys, Walgreens. So we get Walmart, Canadian Tire. Maybe Lowe's would have it. They throw shit like that on sale once in a while. But I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to get it, but you can get them for 200, 225, maybe even 250 bucks. It doesn't matter. And then the mounting bracket, I'm still under $1,000, which is damn near what they want for the fridge. Now these are Canadian funds, right? Right. So if you hear me go, oh yeah, $1,000, it's like, no, 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 I'm not talking 1,000 bucks US. 18, Willy Millie. What the hell is going on, my brother? How the hell are you? Good to see you, man. How's your little ones? Your lady okay? Babies are good? I keep calling them babies because she just had a baby, but she didn't just have a baby. Fuck. The kid will be in university and I'll still be going to you. So the baby's still good, Millie? We're still good? Whatever. I went to Best Buy. You know, I never even thought of that. We can go. I can go to Best Buy up here. I kind of forgot that they sell that kind of shit too, eh? I totally forgot about that. Yeah, yeah. Oh, so hold on here. We're just flicking some ash. I just flicked my ash out the window, and the damn thing came back at me. Ungrateful cigar. Let me tell you. Hey, here's a question for the Americans. Easter weekend next weekend, right? Or this weekend coming up, whatever you want to call it. Are you guys working Friday? Do you guys get the Monday or the Friday off? Which one do you guys get off? The Monday or the Friday? Or do you get them both off? How does that work for you guys in the US? Because we get the Friday, right? So you guys get the Monday. So Buck, you guys, so most of you guys will all be working, and most of your plants and factories and all your shit are all open on. You guys, they'll all be working on Friday, right? Because I don't need to take Friday off, even though it's a holiday here. I'm self-employed. So if I can take 2 loads down to Novellis and they're open on Friday, why wouldn't I? Right? I'm not taking the weekend off. Usually Friday, aka Good Friday. Well, what about aka Easter Monday? Okay, Tyrannus, you're an asshole. Neither. Fuck. Easter is this Sunday. I'll be working that Monday. All right. So Ernie, are you going to be off on the? Are you working the Friday and the Monday? Like I know Easter is actually technically is the Sunday, or it's Easter Sunday is when everybody celebrates and does the dinner and the yada yada. But I'm just trying to figure it out because I can't get a straight answer out of our office. Like all I want to know is, can I work on Friday? Right? Can I load out of our yard on Friday and take them down? And will there be somebody in Novellis, in Oswego, New York, on Friday if I deliver them? That's all I want to know. T-Bone, I didn't mean to like, oh God, no. You guys are picking me apart here. Okay, I'm feeling a little abused here. You know what, T-Bone, now you're abusing me. This is abuse. I know you've never seen a calendar saying Easter Monday. I know that, but that's just what I called it because sometimes you take like Easter is on the Sunday and then you end up getting the Monday off. Never mind. You know what? Forget I fucking asked you guys. Jesus Christ, I'm more confused now. I should have waited until I talked to the dingbats in the office, for Christ's sake. You guys are killing me. You guys are killing me. We got people that come in here and on the chat and they're worried about my cigar killing me. You guys are going to do it long before the cigar does it. I promise you. You're going to do it long before the cigar does it. Oh, excuse me. Um, T-Bone, knock it off. She's not getting chickens. There's no chickens happening here, man. That is just not going to happen. Millie, I'm just on my way up to the yard. I just left the house. I got this Sunday thing going here, so I leave the house. I start the live at the house. I go from the house. I just go up to the yard. It's only a 70-mile jaunt, And then we turn the camera around and we do our regular, you know what it's like, Millie. We just shoot the shit and hack around and talk and everything like that. And then during the week, we do the driving videos. So this is just a half and half type deal, right? So I'm not actually technically working right now. Easter no day. You know what, Johnny? That's kind of the way I'm feeling about it. Easter no day. Those lights on? Those lights on? You guys can't see it, but I can see it. Those lights on? Everybody do the chicken coop dance. We want the lights to be off. No lights. Only get Saturday and Sunday off for Easter. You, I don't do Easter eggs. None of my kids are old enough anymore. Although I do miss it. I used to fuck with them terribly. I really did. I used to mess with them terribly with the Easter eggs or the Easter hunts. Hillary Clinton call you Easter worshippers. Yeah. Mr. Misunderstood, what is going on? Thanks for coming in. Okay, Brian, just tell the kids there's no faster bunny. I think you mean Easter bunny. What do you mean there's no Easter bunny? You want me to tell the kids there's no Easter bunny? Who's telling me? You're telling me there's no Easter? No, I'm just fucking, yeah. Yeah, imagine 54-year-old guy still believes in the Easter bunny. Well, mind you, you know what? If Dar slapped on a little cute little cottontail and a pair of bunny ears, I'd chase her around. You know? Yeah, Ernie, I'm bobtailing. We don't have a trailer on. Lights weren't on. Give your head a shake. You know what, John? It's you work too much. You don't take enough time off. You got too much pent up energy. Your eyes are screwing with you. I was trying to upload a video, but it's not working. Well, maybe you got the same problem Guard Dog has. Screwbally eyes, too much pent up energy. I still get them something for Easter. Yeah, Dar still spoils the kids. Doesn't matter. All of our kids are, the oldest is 32, the youngest is 22, and she still buys them Easter chocolate. Mind you, she still buys me Easter chocolate too. I really shouldn't be bitching about that, right? They're not old enough for Easter eggs. How old they gotta be? Well, like I just said, T-Bone, she throws out like a bag of Easter chocolates, a mixed bag of, they usually get Dar throws out a couple of those Lint bunny rabbits and Easter cream eggs and some other shit like that, and they all get something. They all get something. Me, I just get milk chocolate. That's all I want. I just want milk chocolate. I don't want anything funky, nothing fancy. Just give me as much milk chocolate as I could possibly consume, and I will consume it. So if you swipe to see mice after this one, there's a lady on the bed sleeping with over 100 people are watching. I don't get it. Yeah. Yeah, that chubby, is it the chubby mama or chubby whatever? It's a Filipino woman. I don't get it. Guys, I don't get these shorts, these live shorts, right? Because I'll go through some of these other things and it's like there's some woman sitting there in her pajamas laying in bed, sound asleep with the camera running, and there's fucking 300 people watching her sleep. I mean, like, we're not talking a fans only page here. There's nothing funky going on. She's sound asleep. And then there's, guys, I don't know how many guys I was looking at today. Dar and I were playing video games. They're playing a video game, for Christ's sake, and there's 900. What was the biggest one, Dar? 1,500 people watching this guy play a video game. I'm like, give your head a shake. 1,500 people watching. I've got 32 people in here, and I'm doing something way more skilled than playing a video game. What is going on? What is going on? Let me tell you. I don't get it. They're playing video games, scratching lottery tickets. There was another one. This woman, she was scratching lottery tickets, and I think she had about 400 something people watching her. Good God, woman, you better win something. Video games. Oh, and then of course, being Sunday, all the Bible thumpers were out, right? All the Bible thumpers were out, and rightly so. You know, everybody's, if you're not going to church, you might as well tune in and watch a YouTube short about it, right? So all the Bible thumpers were out for that, and then yesterday, I don't know how many of these women were doing the tarot card reading, and again, there's hundreds and hundreds of people watching this. I can't. I just can't. I can't figure it out. I can't fathom it. I don't get it. I don't know. Am I ignorant? Am I just don't? I don't get. What? But Seth, I know it's big money live streams, but what about that woman? What about that lady or the Filipino woman? She's sound asleep, Seth. Sound asleep. Like, I mean, out like a light. There's nobody home, bro. And she's laying there sleeping, and she's been sleeping for fucking 8 hours, and there's 300 and something people watching her. Now the chat's going crazy, and they're all talking amongst themselves, but it's like, what's going on? And then she'll wake up, and she'll talk, and then go back to sleep. It's like, oh my God, I can do that, you know? I can do that. I'll get a pair. I'll put on a pair of underwear that says "Kiss my butt," and I'll just sleep with that. And you can, because they've always got the camera at the foot of the bed looking up, right? Don't get me wrong. It's not a dirty thing. It's not looking up her crotch. It's not looking up her shirt. It's not doing anything like that. It's just that's just the way it's set up. But you can see her butt, right? And it's like, come on now, that's insane. That is insane. I got way better things to do than be watching somebody sleep. But here's the funny thing, right? She's on every single day for hours, every single day, and every time I see her, I stop for at least 30 seconds and watch. Like I'm waiting for a fucking monster to jump out from under the bed or something. It never happens, but I can't help myself. I gotta stop, which gets her the view, right? She gets the view on it. It's like, damn. But it's like watching a train wreck. You want to turn away, but you gotta watch it, right? You gotta watch it. Bonito. They sit up and curse and slap cards. Yeah, dude. Let me tell you, the tarot card readers, and there was this one woman. She went batshit crazy, right? I don't know what the cards are, and I don't know what the symbols mean. I don't have a clue. But apparently, she flipped over I think two cards, and she flipped over another one, and then she was talking about whatever the first two cards was, and then she flipped over this last card, and man, you would think that the devil himself had just come through the ceiling with a bolt of lightning and hit her in the ass. She went crazy. Absolutely freaking crazy. Craziest shit I've ever seen. But they're doing it. 1,500 views. 1,500 people in there. I guarantee you by the time she turns it off, she's probably had like 45. She's had 45,000 views for the day. 45,000 views. It's like, wow. Yeah, that's just messed up, Seth. I'm telling you, it really is. And yet here's like you take like Ernie, me. There's what's the other guy? There's another guy I started watching a couple of weeks ago as well when I found Ernie. There's another guy. Damn it, I'll have to look it up. But I subscribe to him, so I know. But we're literally out here with our cameras facing out, so we're not doing anything illegal, and we're driving and we're working and we're doing a skilled trade. And that's what this is. This is a skilled trade, right? And anybody that doesn't do it, you think it's easy? Come on down and see me. I'll put you in my truck and I'll let you loose. You give it a fucking try, right? This is a skilled trade. And yet, you know what? We can't we can't get recognized with the numbers that they get, you know? Well, Rig Pig, Rig Pig, I agree with you. You know, dude, I've seen that chair by itself. I've seen the chair hold an audience of 60 people. Best was asleep for at least 2 hours. The chair was still there. 60 people still in the chat that chair held. That's impressive, man. That chair can hold more people than I can. Damn. What is it? Ca- ca- what is it? Cash always says, "Damn it, boy! Damn it, boy!" Holy Christ! Well, it's not so much the views on stuff like that, T-Bone. It's the watch time, right? We've only started doing it this way recently, and we haven't seen like any big kind of spike in our channel revenue, right? We've seen a little bit, be honest with you, but we haven't seen a whole lot. But what we have seen is um, subscriber numbers going up, right? Because it's going out to a wider audience, right? It's not just going on to your videos; it's going live. So in the live stream right now, as people are flicking by, you know, you go live, or not the live stream in the shorts, as they're flipping by, short, short, short. Somebody will come across this. They'll stop for a minute, maybe come in and say, "Hey, how's it going? What's going on?" And then they go off, but you still get the view, right? You still get the view on that. So it adds up. You can hold an audience of say 30 to 40 people, but if you do it, if you hold it for 30 to 40 people, but if you hold it for 5 or 6 hours, you'll end up with over 10,000 views on it, right? But it's not so much how many views you get, I think, on this. I think it's the actual watch time where you make your money on it. Um, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'm still figuring this out. Well, with the algorithm and some other stuff, and like we're still playing with it, but we've got a pretty good handle on it. Guard dog, you want to drive my truck? You're not big enough, boy. You're not big enough, boy, to be driving my truck. Easy money, baby. You got it. Well, Shannon, you got to remember, right? Making money is never easy, and if it is, there's something wrong. At least the way it works in my life, right? No such thing as easy money. If the money's coming in too easily, there's something wrong. Something bad's coming down the pipe with it. So it's YouTube, baby. It's YouTube, right? Like some people got grand ambitions of blowing up a channel and being as big as the Asian Mai. Like, no, that's not where we're going. Some people, you know, if you want to do that, you better stop trucking. Honest to God, stop trucking and make it your full time job. Because there's no way that you can truck full time, support your family, support yourself, keep your business running, and blow up a channel at the same time. It's almost impossible, right? Because it would take so much. Well, even if you do get that lucky strike, you know, like what happened with this guy Trucks, he had one video, boom, it blew up his whole channel and it made him, right? Next thing you know, he had 80,000 subscribers. But that was on one video. That's called a lucky strike. So even if you get that lucky strike and your channel blows up, then you got to turn around and go, okay, I have to continue making content. I have to continue putting content out, and you have to continue to do it on a more regular basis and everything like that. And what's going to sacrifice? Well, you got to sacrifice something, and that's your business or your family. Get rid of your wife and kids. Hey, you can have the biggest channel you want. I've got no ambitions in having a massive, big, massive YouTube channel. At least not while I'm still working in a truck, right? I'm very proud though of the fact that if you go look at ET's channel, they're over 200,000 subs, and I started that for them or with them. I got no problem. I got no problem saying how proud I am of that work. You know, that channel's doing well, and I had my footprint, my fingerprints are all over that. Now, mind you, when we all start our channels, we don't quite have the revenue stream that Ronan has to start the channel, right? At least I don't. Maybe Sterling does. Maybe Sterling can bankroll a $50,000 videographer and a $40,000 sound and cameraman, and you know I can't cover those expenses yet. My YouTube channel doesn't make that kind of money yet. Tyrannis, you're right. If the service is free, you're the product. You got it. You got it. Good to see you, Sterling. Thanks for being here, my man. How'd your uh how'd your meat this is really gonna sound bad from one man to another, but how'd your meat turn out there, Sterling? Or is it still cooking? Mhm. King Explosion, yo! I plan on becoming an OTR driver. Got anything I should know? Um, how much time you got, son? How much time you got? We don't have enough time right now to talk about everything that you should probably know. But in a nutshell, whether you're Canadian or an American, makes no difference. Use a reputable school. Do your research. Check out the schools. Also check them out with the Better Business Bureau. Make sure they're not up for fraud charges or counterfeit charges or bullshit charges. Check all that. Do your homework when you go to find a company that you want to work for. Go check out make a list of 4 or 5 companies that you think you want to work for. And then before you make the phone call to the recruiter, right? Before you even make that phone call to the recruiter, go to the company's home terminal and start asking questions. Walk around the yard, talk to the drivers, walk into the shop and talk to the mechanics. Walk around and look at their equipment. Check out their equipment. Is it all shoddy, beat to shit, and all been looked like it's been kicked down the road? Probably don't want to work there. Is it immaculate and really good shape and everything's looking good and it's probably only everything they've got is only a couple of years old? All right, continue on. Then once you've done a couple things like that, then you call the recruiter. But what I would want you to do is make a list of questions. Don't let the recruiter lead the conversation. Because remember something, guys, a recruiter is nothing but a salesman. That's all a recruiter is. He's a frickin' salesman for that company. Okay? So do not let the recruiter lead the conversation. Make a list of about 25 questions and throw them all at him. Every question you can think of. And don't let pay be the most important thing on your mind. Yes, don't get me wrong, we all like money. Everybody knows how much I love money. But I would take a few cents less a mile to work for a company that's going to take care of me than work a few cents more a mile more and work for a company that's going to treat me like shit as a company driver, right? So that's how you find out about, you ask your questions, talk to other drivers, talk to other people that are working for the company, find out what their lanes are, where do they run, what are their bonus incentives, do they have bonus incentives? These are all the questions you want asked, and those and about 100 more. So hopefully that helps you out. That's the short version. I keep seeing your ET videos pop up. Yeah, I got a couple. I got a couple over there now. T-Bone. I think there are 1.5, 1.6 million views on them now. Like they're still going. They're doing really well. I wish I was still making the residuals on those. I really do. What state is this? We are not in a state. We are not in a state. We are in Ontario, Canada. Tyrone. I'm in the biggest, wealthiest, fanciest state or province in all of Canada. And I hate living here. Buddy of mine from back home has a big channel. So yeah, we were talking about that. I'm subbed to South Georgia Hotshot. He's got a pretty decent sized channel. Yeah, but you notice the bigger the channel gets, the less they're working. I've noticed over the last year, Buck, that they're not pushing as hard as they used to, right? Channels generating revenue, and once that channel starts generating revenue, right, they're not pushing and working as hard as they used to. Sterling is small time. Sterling is small time with big ambition. You can't step around Sterling's ambition. It takes up the whole room. Oh, that's his ego. No, that's my ego. Sorry, Sterling. I was talking about myself, but using you as a third party. Plenty. I'm 17 looking to learn. Well, then you've got time, and you may have heard everything that I just said, and hopefully you can do that. It would be amazing to have another good young driver out here, and that's what we need, guys. That's what we need. That's what we're doing with the channel now, right? We're out here live and we're kicking these out and we're just doing this for guys like Tyrone. Or no, sorry, not Tyrone. What the hell am I talking about? Jesus Christ. Guys like King Explosion here, who's young, who's coming up, who wants to be an OTR driver. Well, let's get him off to the best start we possibly can, guys. Let's make sure that this kid gets all his I's dotted, his T's crossed, and let's make sure that he's going down the right direction. He doesn't fall down the shortcut loophole. Robert, there's my boy. How we doing, Tyke? How we doing there, Tyke? Oi, 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 Tyke. I had to just stop for a second, look in the mirror, and look over my shoulder, make sure Robert wasn't coming up behind me to run me over. Just checking. Yeah, he's the same guy as in his content. Yeah, I kind of get that sense. I think they both very down to earth, very friendly people, very good people. Uh, my live of 1 hour of me doing paperwork got 4,000 views. I know, Shannon. That's what I'm talking about. But I don't want to earn. I don't want to earn lives. I don't want to earn views that way. I don't know if you were experimenting or what you were doing, but if 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 somebody's going to look at me, I want to. I'm going to make sure that with my channel, that if somebody's going to take the time to either stop in their day and look at me, I'm going to give you something for it. Whether it be me, my comments, information, direction, help, whatever, it's the least that I can do, right? If somebody's going to tune in, if somebody's crazy enough to tune in and watch me sleep, well, I feel like I'm ripping you off. I really do. If you're gonna watch me, I'm gonna throw you something, right? I'm gonna at least throw you a bone. I'm gonna fucking whatever. I would feel bad if I was sleeping for an hour or 2 hours or 5 hours or whatever, and I got and then at the end of my live I ended up with 30,000 views of that. Like I don't know. I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. I know, and that's what I was Shannon. That's what I was saying about the subs thing. Like my channel has gone up. Like I've watched the numbers on yours because you were doing this before I was, so I wanted to see how quickly your subs were going up as compared to mine. And you said you've got what did you just say there? You had 500 more subs. Yeah, well, we've blown past that. Like I started doing these 3 weeks ago. I was at 75 or 7,600 subs, and we're at 83 right now, 8,300 and climbing. Right. So, and that's just all that is. Shannon is just the shorts has a way wider range of people that are watching. Right. And I myself personally, I got no problem with it. But ooh, excuse me. But like I said, I'm not gonna I'm not going to take a shortcut, right? Those people that are doing the sleeping videos and all that shit, that's taking a shortcut. If you're going to watch me, I'm going to give you something. At least I'm going to try, right? And then if you feel ripped off, you don't like my channel, then hey, scroll on. You know, no harm, no foul. What freight am I hauling? Right now, I got 53 feet of sailboat fuel. 53 feet of sailboat fuel. It's prime Canadian sailboat fuel, though. None of that crappy shit you get in the U.S. Mm, yeah, well, Shannon's easier to look at than me. I'll give it that. But you know what? Shannon doesn't have chrome on her. Like I'm well chromed out. It's distinguished chrome too, right? I got chrome. Shannon can't compete with the chrome. Who am I kidding? I'd rather look at Shannon than look at me too. I got you, Brian. You'd make a fantastic recruiter. Yeah, I probably would. I could. It's a job that I was offered to go into once, and I said no because I don't want to. I don't want to screw it. You know, I don't feel like lying to people to get them into the jobs, right? I've yet ever to meet a recruiter that told the whole truth and nothing but the truth. They will lie their asses off to get you in there. They'll promise you 3,500 miles a week at $291 a mile. You know, a $600 an hour fucking fuel surcharge. No, no, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I thought about dressing up like Shannon and doing nothing on a live. Don't do that, Sterling, please. I just threw up in my mouth for a minute there. It didn't taste good. Little Caesar's pizza didn't taste good coming back up. Sterling did that video on an equipment. We were joking about how weird ASMR videos are. Yeah, on a call, but still here reading chat. Atta girl, hang in there. I have a plan. Truck mattress wrestling. Yep, it's gonna happen on a live. Are you truck mattress wrestling? Is that you're gonna be wrestling your new mattress when you let it out and put it out in the truck? Or are you gonna be inviting people in and you're gonna just beat the piss out of them on your mattress? Hey, either way, Shannon, I'm watching that. I'm watching that. You should make it for like subscribers only, and you have to you got to do a super chat, like a $5 super chat to watch. $5 super chat to watch. Oh, it's gonna be you changing mattresses. I was kind of hoping it'd be you beating the Christ out of Sterling or something. I'm telling you right up. I'm telling you right now. I'd watch that. Does Shannon shave or does she have chrome? Oh, sorry, Shannon. My brain kept going and my mouth didn't know enough to stop when I was reading. I apologize. Robert, Robert. Tisk, tisk, Robert. Tisk, tisk. I hate this stretch here. I do. Like there's 100 yards between this light and the light behind me, and then 100 yards between the one behind that, and then 100 yards behind the. I swear to God, it can take you 10 minutes to go through like 400 yards worth of lights. It is insane. Oh, and I've got the. I don't know why I've got the heat on here. Yeah, Robert's question threw me for a loop-de-doo here. God, can't talk like that. That okay. You got me laughing and I'm snorting. Oh boy. Jesus, Robert. Uh, um, Shannon doesn't have a beaver. It's a butterfly rainbow portal. guys, guys, This is my friend Shannon we're talking about here. Um, there are certain areas on people's bodies that we just don't need to discuss, especially when we know the person and they're in the chat. Like, can we talk about maybe her dog, Dee Dee, or maybe her mattress? No, that's how we got started with. That's how this got started. Yeah, exactly, Dar. Oh my, Jesus Christ! This went sideways really fast. $5 super chat to watch. Sorry, that's not happening. Bad enough I have to pay for parking. I ain't I ain't paying for friends. Hey, you know what, Doty? You telling me you wouldn't pay $5 to see Shannon beat the shit out of Sterling? I'll pay your $5 for you. I'd pay that all day long to see that happen. Let's talk about my meat then. Let's talk about your meat. How did it turn out? I don't know if you ever answered the question. Did your meat turn out? Space Kid, hi. How the hell are you, man? Thanks for popping in. Good to see you, brother. Lions, tigers, and beavers. Oh my! you just you're just killing now. Robert's killing movies for us, guys. There's certain movies we won't be able to watch anymore without thinking about Shannon Thomas. Good thing I don't watch The Wizard of Oz. Yeah, leave my out of the guy. I hear Shannon. I tried. Okay, I tried to protect your virtue, and it fell short. Okay, I tried. I gave it the old college trucker try, but didn't work out for you. Yeah, you're on your own. You're on your own. Oh God, that was funny. That was funny. Sterling threw $5. Am I supposed to forward this on to Shannon? uh, meat is nearly done. Oh, right on. Uh, add this. Okay, yeah, I'm supposed to pass this on to Shannon. Apparently, sorry, Sterling, I can't read it. The sun right now is sitting over there at about 10 o'clock, and it's just blasting in. I can't read. I can't. I know that there's a comment there, but I can't read it, man. Give me hold on a second here. I'll put my hand up here. I got a red light here. The Shannon Sterling beatdown fund. Okay. All those that don't have the $5, I'll start taking donations and I'll dole it out and pay for you guys to watch the beating live. Let's get ready to rumble. Brought to you by the King of Beers, the undisputed King of Beers, Budweiser. I don't know. I don't know. I think if Shannon and Sterling go at it, I think if it stays up, if the fight stays on its feet, I think Sterling might have the advantage. But I think if it goes to the ground, I think Shannon's upper body strength and her endurance, um, and I think once she gets Sterling on his back and he's like a turtle, he's done. I think she's so if it stays up, it's on their feet. I think Sterling's got a chance at this. But like I said, if it goes to the ground game, it's a whole different ball game. In that case, there I'm going to put my money on STT there. I'm just doing my Joe Rogan, pre-fight analysis. This is what's happening going on here. Shannon going to beat Sterling me? No, Shannon's going to beat the piss out of Sterling. We're gonna stream it, or Shannon's going to stream it, and everybody has to pay $5 to watch it. I'm just putting out the prediction. I was going to say I want a ref. I want to be the ref, but that wouldn't be fair. It would be a totally one lopsided, unbiased fight. Jesus, look at this sloppy mess up here. God damn. What a frickin' mess. Hopefully, hopefully they left my wagon. Yeah, they left it here. Thank you. I'm not gonna bother jumping out and hooking it up. Let me just get back under it. We'll get it pinned. Then we'll turn it around and I'm looking in the rear view mirror, so I can't see what you guys are saying, but feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Play amongst yourselves as well. Freeway, that means you behave. Oh, found it. There we go. Let's see. Off duty. We are good. All right. It's okay. Sterling beats his own meat. Yeah, Robert, and you don't. And you don't. Dude, you beat that thing like it owes you money. The ambassador's here, ladies and gentlemen. Tolga's in the house. Thank you, Tolga, for stopping in. It's never the same without you, brother. Never the same. Hold on, I'm setting up my studio here. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Oh. Woot woot. There we go. The sun is like right there. Give this about, I don't know, 15, 15, 20 minutes. That sun's going to go down. I've kind of got my visor blocking it off, but it's not really doing a very good job. Sorry, guys. Damn, I just went blind. Well, Johnny, you know what they say, you keep playing with it, you're going to go blind. You can't blame that on me, old timer. Your peepers were probably almost as bad as mine. Were almost as bad as mine were from all the years of you going blind. There we go. There we go. Brian puts the stud. You gotta do that with a stud. He puts the stud in studio. You got it. Sterling, you know what? You're leading the way, though. We're all following you, brother. We're all following your lead. You're leading the way. When I grow up, Sterling, I want to be just like you, bro. Just like you. You've got this nailed. Hold on. I'm going to take this off the mount. Hold on a second here. Sorry, it's going to get bouncy for a second. No one can be that bad. Oh, yeah. Nobody's got eyes as bad as mine. David Edwards, what's crackling? Dude, what's that? Crack-a-lackin'. Sorry. Missed that one, David. Crack-a-lackin'. Well, bro, we're just sitting around. I just got the truck parked. I just pinned it to the wagon. I'm good to go. I don't have to. I got to start work about 1 o'clock, 1:30 tomorrow morning. So I'm not gonna bother jumping out and connecting lines and doing all that shit now. I'll do it all in the morning when I'm doing my pre-trip anyway. So why do it now? So much pollution in the truck. You know what? It's my pollution and it's my truck, and I like it. Well, that's okay, Robert, if you like to give it a special rub before you stick it in, as long as you don't put a special rub on it and then put it in. That's a whole different ball game, Jack. Tolga, kitty crazed with dar, more polluted than China's air, ma'am. Let's not get carried away, Tolga. It's a cigar, for Christ's sake, okay? I'm not smoking my pipe, okay? I'm not smoking the pipe. I'm just smoking a stogie. So do not follow Sterling. He is disliked and unsubscribable. Ladies and gentlemen, Sterling is my friend. When I grow up, I want to be just like Sterling. And I think if you've got an odd sense of humor and like I do, and you've got a taste for maybe a little off the beaten track when you're watching YouTube, go find Sterling Wheel. I promise you, he will deliver. He will deliver. He has openly said he's not everybody's cup of tea, but you know what? It when if he is your cup of tea, you will like it. What's going on, Stuart? Sorry, man, working kinks out. I'm at that age, Stu. I don't know. I don't think you're there yet, but I'm at that age where the all the snap, crackle, and pops don't just happen in the morning anymore. It's all goddamn day long. It really is. I just got up from here, went to the back, turned on the EPU, turned the lights off, and then came back and had to readjust my back again. Let me tell you. Meet church video. But anyway, Stuart, great to see you, man. I appreciate you being here. It's good. I'm glad you're still around, dude. I'm glad you're still checking in from time to time. Really, I am. Um, so true. Yeah, Dar. Of course, Dar's gonna agree with Tolga. Of course, hey. Meat Church Voodoo. It's jalapeno based rub, dude. I would like that. I would like that. I Dar makes something called cowboy candy, and I've been using it in bits and pieces in some of my sauces, my barbecue sauces, and some of my sauces for my ribs. And let me tell you, Sterling, it's absolutely fucking stellar. This stuff really is. And if you know what cowboy candy is, right? And she makes it from scratch. Like she goes and buys the jalapenos and like from scratch, and it is so good. But it's not only good as something that you can eat by itself, like put on crackers or whatever you do, you know, for those fancy people do. You can add it to shit. Add it, chop it up real far, or yeah, chop it up all real fine and everything, and then add it to like a nice, like a just like melted cheddar, and throw it in that, and throw it on your nachos. Or like I said, I've been putting it in my barbecue sauces. I've been putting it in my spaghetti sauce, my lasagna sauce. Um, what else have I put? I've been putting it in everything. It's got just the right amount of bite, and the flavor just like just explodes. I like the taste of jalapenos, but if you don't overdo it and just add just enough, oh man, it's perfect. It's the perfect mouthful. I'm ashamed I even said that. It's a perfect mouthful because I can hear the comments now. You ain't lived if you haven't tried Pop Rocks in Kentucky. I don't know what you're talking about, Pop Rocks. When I was a kid, we used to have Pop Rocks, those candies. You stick them in your mouth, and you know, they whatever. We used to. This is kind of nasty, but in high school, we used to put them in the girls' underwear, right, down the front. You know, after they'd been running track for about an hour. Hey, you could. It's funny that you know, she's losing her shit, but you know, you could from her crotch, all you could hear is, you know, like it sounded like bacon frying down there. It was. I guess it's not funny now, but damn, it was funny at the time. I'd kill anybody that did it to one of my kids or my wife, but I'm talking 30 something plus years ago. So we have a date. Have we set a date for the Shavo Rama charity event? Yeah, second weekend in July, second Saturday in July, Shannon. So what is that? Somebody look that up. Freeway, I think Freeway's still in here, and I know that he's on board. He's given me his okay. I'm looking for. I'd like to at least four of us, four for sure. So you're gonna get me. You're gonna get Freeway, and I know that he's sporting as much as me. There's no way that Snorlord would be involved in something like that. He's got way too many years invested in that beard. But yeah, I'm really looking for four. So um, I think Trucking with Liberty or WCF Invader. I think he's gonna grow a scruff. We can probably get Donnie to do it. Sterling shaved it last week or last year. I think Sterling also did his head too. I think Red Lady scalped him out on the patio, if I recall. That was pretty good. My mom put it on grilled cheese. Yeah, that cowboy candy. Oh yeah, that cowboy candy is awesome. Shannon, sometime in July. Yeah, Freeway. We're looking at second Saturday in July. Okay, let's nail this down. Because Dara and I are going to come up with the charities. We're probably going to throw out four or five, right? But let's say almost five. We're going to throw out the charities, and of course, just like last year, you guys pick them, right? We'll put it out there. You guys pick them, and whatever the charity is, that's where the money's going. So, TJ, what's up? I wish I was young enough I could get my voice that high. Can't do it. But thanks for thanks for hanging out, TJ. Love to see you, brother. You know that. Thanks for being here. Everyone's saying hi to TJ, Tolga, TJ, Guard Dog. Dar, you better watch out. Oh, she cried last year. She cried. Did we check our calendar first? July is busy as fuck. What's the charity? David, it's we did it last year. Last year was our first annual. We do a shave. I started it by going, I will shave my beard for charity, and I did a live stream. Um, I had hooked up with the St. Christopher Truck Drivers Relief Fund through Spectre. Um, and well, actually, he was actually we threw the charities out there, and that's the one that got chosen. And it just happened that was a charity that Spectre works closely with. So we had the director of one of the directors of the charity. She was on the live as well, and I said it was just going to be me, but we ended up with Plays on the Freeway, threw it in there, and we just sat there over we did I think it was a 3.5 hour live. Shannon was just killing it, right? She was pulling money out of people's shoes. She was pulling people's mortgage money out of their pockets to get this. But anyway, in just over 3.5 hours, David, we raised just over $8,000 for the charity. And then of course I had to shave the beard, right? Who else? Freeway shaved his and showed it. Sterling shaved his, and then I think Sterling did his head, and I believe Donnie did it. Like Trucking with Liberty, he did it. So there was four of us that did it. So um, the statute of limitations served you well. Oh, dude, you don't know how well. Why aren't we doing it in June? Why aren't we doing it in June? I don't know. I just thought July. I thought that was the month that Freeway and I just pulled out of our ass when we were talking about it a few months ago. Is what June July is not good or what? I could do it, but it would hurt a lot. Well, TJ, let me tell you. Let me tell you. My Dar cried. Like Dar cried when I shaved it all off. Oh, I thought the poor woman was gonna. I thought the poor woman was gonna divorce me. I thought I was gonna have to sleep in the spare room for a while. I could do it, but it would hurt. Yeah. What's popping? What's going on, Bill? Come on with it, boy. Good to see you. With it, I need you to grow a beard so we can shave it off for charity in July. Come on. July 13th is a okay, so July 13th is a Saturday. Well, now Dar's saying we shouldn't do it in July. I didn't cry. You were pissed. He only shaved it for his jaw up, but good call, Brian. No, no, I shaved it all, dude. Actually, I left the mustache on. I think I left the mustache on. Okay, so anyway, Dar is saying now that July is too busy for me. Dar, what is it you want to do? Let's nail this down. Let's like right now. Let's nail this down. Let's get a date and nail it down. I'm looking at where's my calendar here? Hold on. Okay, so I'm looking at the calendar. Let's go to month. Okay, so we're in March, April, May, June. You want it? I have a Snorlord length goatee. Dude, you want to shave it for charity? You want to shave it for charity? There's nothing in it for you, David. I'm not paying you nothing. There's nothing in it for you. If you want to do it, it's for charity. 100%. Um, the money goes 100% of the money goes to the charity. Nobody gets it. Nobody's getting a piece of it. Nobody gets a cut of it. Nothing like that. So, dude, if you've got a Snorlord length goatee and you're willing to part with it, that'd make a good shave. Okay, so what the hell is Dar saying here? Anytime before October, and I'm in. June 22nd or 29th? June 22nd or the 29th? Okay, so now we got a Freeway. Are you good with either of those dates? Are you good? Let's just do it this way. Freeway, are you good with the 22nd? If Freeway is good with it, David, you're saying sure, you're good. You'll shave it for charity. All right. Are you good with June 22nd? If you're good with June 22nd, then we can change this from the second week of July to the second last week of June. Either one works for me. Okay, so let's go, David. Absolutely, 100's okay. So if you're willing, you guys are both. We got both of you here plus me. Sterling said anytime before October. Okay, boys. So Dar, put it on the calendar. Actually, Shannon and Dar, both of you put it on the calendar. Um, we're gonna go the 22nd of June, 2024. We'll do like we did last time. Funny enough, though, Shannon, he paid more money to keep the beard on. It was worth it for him to keep it because I think he ended up doling out almost $1,200, right? I think he ended up doling out almost $1,200 just to not shave the beard off. So, hey, $1,200 to the charity to keep the beard. All right, good on him. Good on him. Okay, so okay, here we go. We're good. Okay, got it in the calendar for the 22nd. David Edwards, you're good for the 22nd. Um, Freeway, you're good for the 22nd. Okay, either one works for me. Okay, let's bang this out. Let's bang this out for the 22nd. All right, so everybody that gets paid on the 21st, which is the Friday, you need to hang on to at least $20. Okay, you need to hang on. Go drinking, do what you got to do, enjoy it, but you need at least $20 because I want $20 to go to this charity. Okay. Um, I think we're probably gonna be that actually Shannon, that's right. If anybody bails out, they pay out. Good girl. There's the business mind right there, eh? She's covering the back door. Hey, covering the back door. Atta girl. So I think what we're gonna do is, and guys, I know that we go back and forth. What we're gonna do is we will probably pick. We'll just get like I said, we'll probably pick five. And it could be anything from the Heart and Stroke Foundation. Although I think we just gave a donation from our channel to them a while ago. Um, Whatever. We'll come up with the five. You guys pick them. Email me a minder. Okay, Freeway, I will. I know I'm pretty sure I've got your email in there, but do me a favor, would you? Um, send me another email just so I don't have to go hunting through mine a year ago to find your email again. Um, I'll shave mine totally naked with a razor for over $1,000. I'm not giving you $1,000 just to sit there naked in your house and shave yourself. Can we look up a public service PTSD charity? Well, we do anyway, David. We check out. Okay, this is what we did last year. I think with the four we offered last year was St. Christopher, Wounded Warrior, um, the U.S. Heart and Stroke American Heart and Stroke Foundation, because it affects truck drivers. Um, but yes, if we can find one that is specifically designated PTSD. Absolutely, we'll put it up there, brother. That's not a problem. I got no problem with the charities, although they do have to be 100% recognized charities. There can be no, oh, they're only a charity from July and August or whatever. No, it has to be a charity that's running all time, and it has to be a proven charity, and that's not hard to check, and we check them. So um, what are you talking about? I'm in and out doing laundry. Didn't hear the story. No, Dodie, we're doing the same thing as we did last year, right? We're gonna do the same thing we did last year. We're gonna shave the beard for charity. We raised just over 8 grand last year, right? $8,000 went to the St. Christopher Truck Drivers Relief Fund. Let's do it again. We'll do it every year. We'll just shave off our beards every year, and that's what we'll do. The money goes to charity. I'm a retired firefighter and paramedic. Well, David, thank you so much for your service, man. Believe me, in my lifetime, uh, I've had my life rescued. Say I've had my life saved by a paramedic twice, and I was comforted by a firefighter while waiting for a paramedic to get to the scene of my my accident. So I have a lot of respect for the firefighters and the paramedics, Canadian or American. It makes no difference to me. Makes no difference to me. I am the son of a police officer. My dad was a Metro Toronto cop, which is the biggest police force in all of Canada, and he was a Metro cop for 31 years. So I know the trials and tribulations that the people in that service go through, whether it be police, fire, paramedic, ER nurses, all of you guys that are doing those jobs. I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. My hat is off to all of you. So thank you so much for what you've done. I'm glad, and I'm glad to see that you said retired. You made it, David. You made it. Thank you for doing that. We will do payments different this year. If you are an American, Shannon will collect. If that's okay, Shannon. If you are Canadian, you will send it to us. No, that was a problem we did run into last year because you guys all wanted to pay with your cash apps, and in Canada, we don't have a cash app. We have PayPal, which we can accept if you have PayPal. But if you're an American with Cash App, so what we ended up we didn't think about that last year, and we ended up getting into a bit of a kerfuffle. And we were lucky because Spectre stepped up and he said, "Okay, well, send everything to me." And he just kept a running tab, and he was showing it on the screen as it was coming in, so it was all above board. And then he directly forwarded it to the charity, and then in combination with what Dara and I collected through PayPal and email money transfer, and we sent ours over, and it was on the screen. And so this year, I think what we'll do is, yeah, we will ask Shannon Thomas because I know that Shannon has Cash App. We will basically have her Cash App going across the bottom with my PayPal. If you're Canadian, you're going to throw it into the PayPal and throw it to us. If you're an American, you just send it to Shannon Thomas. And on both cases, we will, as the money is coming in and as it hits each time, we will post it up on the screen and you will see your donation go up. So just so you don't think I'm going to grab the money and run off to Florida and hang out with Guard Dog, you know. Please read my last comment. Sorry, Shannon. Does everyone realize just $50 by only 200 people raises $10,000? You know what? Exactly. Exactly. $50 by 200 people will raise 10 grand. And I would like to hit 10 grand. We were talking about that. We hit 8 grand, 8,000 bucks. I think it was like 8,080. It was almost 8,100 bucks last year. Um, I'd love to hit $10,000 this year. I would love to be, for us all to be associated with something like that. Yeah, there's last year's video. Dar just posted the link. You guys can go check that out. Um, it's something, you know what? It's something I'm very proud of. And so is Darlene, and I speak for Spectre, and I don't have to speak for Shannon because she's in here. It was something that we did, and I felt great. I was very very proud to be able to do, at the end of the day to go, okay, our channel just gave, I didn't, our channel didn't give you the money, but our channel generated $8,000 for your charity, and it's going to a good charity. It's going to a good cause. So had my life saved by my wife, 22 minutes CPR. Amazing woman. Absolutely wouldn't be here without her. Dude, I can't top that. Good for you. That's a good woman. She better get something good every year on your anniversary, Jack. Let me fucking tell you. It has to be trucking or road based. Yes, it has to be trucking or road based, or like for example, like the Wounded Warriors. That's not trucking, but it is a cause that is above and beyond because it's for the vets. Okay, I got no problem giving my money to veterans, whether they ever drove a truck or not. I got no problem giving my money to veterans. So if we're going to do something like the Wounded Warriors, or we're going to do like, oh, we can do the St. Christopher, whatever, truck driver relief, but we would like to try to keep it something that has to do with the trucking industry. Like I said, we donated to the Canadian Heart and Stroke Foundation. Well, that's because what's one of the biggest killers? Fucking truck drivers, right? Strokes. Heart attacks and strokes, man. They knock off more of us a year than anything else. So yeah, Robert, you're right. It's got to be something, but we will make variances. Okay. Um, leave it with us, Robert. We'll come up with something. I think you'll find. I think we'll get enough charities that everybody will get a taste for something. Okay. But we lost a lot of funds by some of the Americans sending us funds to US, etc. Too many fees. Yeah, and that was the other thing. We don't want you to send we don't want you to send super chats because then YouTube takes 30% of it, right? So if somebody sent, like there was people sending $100 super chats, but we were only getting $70 of it. So we would prefer, like, if that's the only way you've got to send money, fine, then absolutely do it, whatever, right? But if you've got a Cash App and you can do it, send it to Shannon. If you got PayPal, send it to us. Um, it just works out that way. The charity gets more of it, right? Because every time you sent a super chat with say $100, I made up the difference of the 30 bucks, right? So to make sure that they got the 100, because that's what you expected. You expected $100 of your money to go to that charity. Well, I'm gonna make goddamn sure that $100 of your money went, even if I had to kick 30 of it in there, because fucking YouTube is gonna take 30% of it. So 63, retired, and I'm happy, happy. I'm gonna throw the third happy on. All right, you're happy, happy, happy. Atta boy. I'm a few. I'm a few years away from retirement yet, Mr. Misunderstood. I was set up to go probably around 55, 56, which would have been next year. Um, but we've recovered. So I've still got a truck for a few more years, but I will not be trucking like into my 60s by any means. Let's not get crazy. Okay, so we have to vote on the charity soon. Shannon, yeah, maybe you and I and Dar can do a three-way call, three-way call. Um, we can do a three-way call, and we can come up with, say, the five that we can come up with. Like you come up with five, I'll come up with five, Dark come up with five, and then we'll put our heads together and come up with the top five, and then I'll put out the poll. And if you don't mind, I don't think you do, but yeah, you can throw it up in your community as well. Sterling can throw it up in his community, and this is what we're doing. This is the time, this is the date, and here are the charities. And let's see if we can make this even bigger than we did last year, right? Let's see if we can cap 10 grand. Retiring this year, already getting Social Security. Dude, you're lucky. You're lucky. Email me a reminder, or I might forget. Well, just don't go and shave your fucking beard off, Freeway, before you do it. Sterling does know some better than me. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. I got no problem. I can call Sterling, and we can work this out. If you want, I only said five, right? I said five charities, but fuck it. I'll put up a list of 10. If we can come up with 10, and you guys pick the top one, put the poll out with 10 charities. It doesn't matter to me. It makes no difference, right? I just like I said, I just want it to be a good recognized charity, and I want it to be a little smoother. Last year was a good run. We did well, but there were some hiccups because we've never done one before. So there's some things that were unforeseen that we didn't think about, like the US Canadian conversion and the super chats, YouTube taking theirs, and blah 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 blah. So super chats look good though when doing the live. Don't forget charity directors take about $200,000 a year salary too. Well, that all depends, Robert. Like we did we did try last year to get all of the ones that were especially the nonprofits, um, and the ones that where they had a minimal staff, where there was very few people on the payroll. Let's face it, some of these charities are so goddamn big, they do need a staff. But they don't need a CEO or a director of operations. You're absolutely right. They don't need somebody in there making a $200,000 a year salary. Like, this is not the Salvation Army, for crying out loud. Give me a break. Sterling, I've heard of that. I think you and I talked about that. We'll look that up again. I would again, guys. I'd like, if I can, to possibly keep it as close to trucking related as possible. But if there's something that is absolutely near and dear to your heart, and whatever, throw it up. Throw it up. I got no qualms with it. I got no problems with it whatsoever. My only concern is that it is 100% above board, and that um, as much of the money that we collect and donate, um, goes to that the charity receives, actually goes to what is supposed to be used for. That's my only concern. That's my only concern. So, like I said, like the Heart and Stroke Foundation, I know that charity is good. The red, not the Red Cross. Jesus Christ, Brian, think about it. Oh, sorry guys. I don't know. Can you guys hear that? The guy beside me just started his truck. Last year, the four voted on were the Heart and Stroke, Cancer Society, St. Christopher's Truck Driver Relief Fund, and the Wounded Warriors. So give us some ideas so we can make a poll. There you go. There you go. Those were the four that we put up last year, and you guys voted, and it was the St. Christopher's Truck Drivers Relief Fund that won. So you guys come up with them. You guys come up with them, throw them up, and we'll vet them, and we'll put them up on the poll, and then you guys can all choose them. Now I say we, but it's not me. It's Dar. Dar does all that shit. I'm just the mouth out here. Dar does all the heavy lifting. Maui Wowie. Wow. Is the beard coming off again? Yeah, it is. It's coming off on what did we say? June 22nd. June 22nd. Uh, I think we'll do that. I think we'll do it on. I think we'll kick it up. Probably start at around 1 o'clock, and I did it last year on a Sunday, and I didn't like it because I had to cut it short because I had to go to work. So I think we're going to do it on the Saturday this year, and we'll do it at 1 o'clock, and we'll just run it until it runs out of steam. All right, we'll just do it, run it till it runs out of steam. Maui Wowie, we raised $8,000 to St. Christopher's Truck Driver Relief Fund last year, and we're going to do it again this year. We'd like to break 10,000 this year, 10,000 bucks. So we've got 4 guys in here that are going to shave. Um, and if there's anybody else that wants to climb on board, like I said, we'll be happy to let you shave it, and well, I'll bring you into the live, and we can do it that way, right? Maui Wowie, I'll mark my calendar. Thanks, man. You know what? If you don't have uh, if you don't have you weren't able to contribute last year, that's fine. And I tell everybody, if you don't have the money to if you don't have anything to throw in, don't feel bad. It's tough out there for everybody right now. So if you don't have any money, don't throw it in. But I would appreciate at least the support. Come on in, watch, cheer these guys on, work with Shannon. Work with Shannon. Shannon had her hands in more pockets last year than a goddamn politician. Oh man, she was just pulling money out of people left, right, and center. So hey, if you've got it, if you don't have it, that's fine. We respect that, and we certainly hang on to your money if you need it. But if you've got it, we want it. We want it. You know what? We're all sitting here tonight, and I'm comfortable. I got a cigar, I got a pop, I'm warm, I'm clothed, I've had a meal, my family's okay. But somewhere else out there, there's somebody that isn't. There's somebody out there that isn't. And that's what this is all about, right? I would add earthquake relief fund for Turkey via Red Cross, but everything is already fixed except the housing crisis, and the issue is deeper than the budget. Long story though. I hear you, man. Did Shannon say she was down to accept cash apps, or should I sign up for PayPal? Rig Pig, no. Shannon will take the cash apps for the Americans, right? Because I don't have, as a Canadian, I don't have Cash App. I have PayPal. So if you've got Cash App, all your donations can go to Shannon. Okay, Shannon, we will put Shannon's Cash App up, and it'll run across the screen, and my PayPal will go across the screen. So if you're not set up for PayPal, don't lose it. Don't worry about it. If you've got Cash App, Shannon's Cash App will be up there. Okay. 2-4 Heart and Stroke Foundation. I won't shave, but I will contribute. Appreciate that, my brother. Appreciate that. Heart and Stroke is always a good one. It is. You didn't want me, you cunt. Robert, not if you're going to sit there naked. Not if you're going to sit there. And I don't want to see you with a sharp object while you're naked. Because God knows what's going to happen. It's you. Only God knows what'll happen. One of us will have to call 911 because you dropped the razor in your lap while you're naked. Maui Wowie. Oh, yes, sir. I found on the truck stop etiquette video. Been a subscriber since. Absolutely love the channel. Thanks, man. I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. The truck stop etiquette. That was on ET, was it not? I think that was on ET. I was able, actually. I was very fortunate. A few people from ET came over, but one of the stipulations when I left ET, and I'd agreed to it, that I was not allowed to use the ET platform to tell people that I'd started my own channel and leave. I had to let people find me naturally, which I did, right? Um, I think the ET channel was concerned that because I was a big draw, like I was highly viewed on their channel, that if I left, I would drag, 60, 70, 80,000 subscribers with me. Now, that wouldn't have happened. I guarantee you it wouldn't have happened, but I agreed to it. I agreed to it, and anyway, it's worked out for me. I don't have a 70,000 sub channel, but I'm getting there. I'm working on it. Maui Wowie, legend. There you go, Tolga. Thank you. No, Brian. If you were American, send it to Shannon. If you're Canadian, send it to us. That's what I said. If you're an American, send it to Shannon. If you're Canadian, send it to us. Last year's shave. There's Freeways. Actually, there's Freeway just put the link up to his shave. It was epic. Like these guys shaving their beards off. It was epic. I think Freeway did his. I can't remember if Freeway did his first or if I did mine first. I think Freeway did his first, then I did mine. And then Sterling went out, if I recall, Sterling went out to the patio and Red Lady, I think he did the beard and Red Lady did his head. It was worth the watch. That was worth the watch alone. I'd have donated another $1,000 if I had it just to that, right? Just to that. Plays, who else is shaving that you know of? And you, Wheelburner, and who? Well, Sterling said he'd do it if it's before October. So let's hold him to it. So Sterling, you need to stop shaving your beard right now. Um, I think Donnie said he was going to do it, right? I think Donnie said he was going to do it. David Edwards said he was going to do it. Excuse me. David Edwards said he was. David Edwards doesn't have a beard, but he's got a full size goatee as long as Snorlord's, and he's willing to shave it off. That'll make a good one. So there's Freeway, me, Sterling, possibly Invader, David Edwards. There's 5. Now somebody's gonna. You daft twat, Robert. You're killing me. That's So we got 5. Somewhere down the line, somebody's gonna back out. Robert, if you want to, dude, if you want to grow a beard, I will be happy to bring you in on the live, and man, you can shave it off from England. Grow your beard out. Start growing it right now, man. You got till June 22nd. I don't. It doesn't have to be like mine, or like Freeways, right? If you've just got enough beard, what the hell? You know who? You're right, Shannon. You know who would be good? TJ'd be good. He's got himself a nice piece of scruff there, but I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's willing to part with it. I think we can maybe talk T-Bone into it. It'd be nice because, excuse me, the more channels we can get involved, right? Because I think we can link this all up, and like we can put it out, like it can be going out on my channel, Shannon's channel, T-Bone's channel, Robert's channel, or Tyke's channel. I think there's a way to do all that. We can put it all out at the same time. No, no, Robert, you're not shaving your ass. You can do that on your own live all day long. I'll even throw $50 at it, but yeah, exactly. It grows back. Look at, right? It grows back. Dar just wants to see your ass, Robert. Hey, Robert, you want to know a secret? Robert, you want to know a secret? Tell me you're paying attention, Robert. Tell me you want to know what the secret is. I'm going to tell you a secret about Dar. Tell me you want to know. If you don't want to know the secret, that's fine. But if you want to know, no scratch that I couldn't stand the itch. Yeah, we can StreamYard it and also have them all live. Yeah, I can't stand the itch myself, Robert. Well, why don't you two get together sometime and scratch your own itches? I have a beard, you blind bat. Well, fuck. Hey, would you talk to a normal handicapped person that way? I've had 9 eye surgeries. The peepers ain't quite working as well as they used to, you stunned cunt. All right. Well, keep it growing. Keep it growing, Robert. And brother, I'll be happy. It'd be more than my pleasure, my friend, to have you in. We're gonna put it on there, and Is this Rob Alford? No, I don't think so. Not quite. And we will definitely, the more the merrier. The more of you guys that are willing to step up and let's do this, and let's raise a shit ton of money. 10 grand, 10 grand is a lot of money. Um, it can do a lot of good to certain charities. Let's throw it out there. Let's do it. Okay, this will be the second year, and it'd be nice if every year we can kind of, let's say we raised just over 8 grand last year. Let's break 10 grand this year. Let's do 12 grand next year. Let's get this going and going and going. I'm actually going to reach out to some also going to reach out to some of the bigger channels. I'm friends with a couple of the other guys that got channels much bigger than mine. See if they want to participate. See if they want to get involved. Let's just do it. Let's make a great big goddamn event out of this. If I had my way and I didn't live if I didn't live in Canada and live where I do, guys, I'd be honest with you. I tell you right now, I'd have a massive fucking barbecue, and all of you guys would all come over to my place, right? Everybody would come over to my place, and we do it live right in my backyard, sitting by a bonfire, and that's how we do it. But unfortunately, none of you fuckers want to come up to Canada. Who's Rob Halford? He's the lead singer. Oh, there. Steve just answered. He's the lead singer at Judas Priest. Arguably one of the best frontmen for heavy metal. Early 80s, late 70s, early 80s frontmen for heavy metal. Never blessed enough to grow a full blown beard. I kind of got the job. I kind of got the Joe Dirt style going, dude. I don't give a shit if you've got 4 inches of peach fuzz. If you're willing to shave it for charity, I'm willing to fucking let you on, and let's see how to do it. Do you want to know a secret? Please do. Please tell. Okay, here's your secret, Robert. Dar and I were sitting around today, and she was scoping you out. She was scoping you out. Was it today? Not today. Sorry, yesterday. Dar was scoping you out online, buddy, and she was pulling up some pictures of a younger Robert. Pictures of I think there was a couple of pictures of younger Robert, a really good-looking younger Robert, no shirt on. She comes walking. Hey, hey, look at this. Look at Robert. Of course, she's all giddy and happy for some reason. I don't know why. I'm starting to wonder, Robert. Now my wife's looking up, old pictures of Robert when he was young and, a little buff, and he's a good-looking dude back then. Ahem. Ahem. I couldn't come. They revoked my passport. Ah, fuck. I can sneak you in. Don't kid yourself. I still listen to Nostradamus album as it is at least one time each week. I hope you're kidding. Canada Canada won't have me back after I voted twice for Trudeau. Are you out of your fucking mind? I'd disown you as a friend if I found out you fucking voted for Trudeau. You know, Brian, he knows you put a flame on his post. Yeah, I bet you did. Hold up here. Where the talking is? Where the talking is? Dude, get your tongue straight, 2-4. What are you, only 18 into your 2-4 here? Come on, son. I didn't look it up. He posted it. Well, either way, you were looking at it, walking around the house going, "Hey, look at this. Look at this." Yeah, she was a happy girl, Robert. You still have a chance for now, Sterling, but I can't give the guarantee for a few years later. Yeah. So yeah, I'm actually excited about this. I really am. I really am. I'm gonna reach back out to Spectre, see if he wants to be involved in this again. Of course, he's a very good ambassador for this kind of stuff. Knows a lot of people, and he's very honorable. Don't hold me to it, but I think I can put the screws to T-Bone and get him on board. Yeah, I think it'd be like that boy is on fire. Yeah, yeah. Robert had Dar on fire. Yeah. Rig Pig, I already kind of felt out Snorlord. He's not willing to. He's not willing to do it. Unfortunately, he's got way too many years invested in that, and I'll be honest with you. I think Mrs. Snorlord would be so disappointed. I think she likes it, so I don't think that would happen. Um, I will ask him again. I will put the screws to him. Um, we'll see. We'll see. Who knows? You never know. You never know. He might just decide, oh yeah, what the hell, and say, sure, go for it, right? But I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna do it. Me personally, I would. Nerd in motion. Hello, dude. Hope you're well. Well, nerd, thanks for popping in, brother. We're just discussing this year's charity event. Mark your calendar, nerd. June 22nd is the second annual Wheelburner Express beard shave for charity. We've got so far we've got I think we got 5 guys that have like have the beards, with the exception of David Edwards, who's got the foot long goatee. He's got the full, and these guys, everybody's gonna shave it off for a good cause. So make sure you nerd, make sure you hit that in your calendar, right? Make sure you're here for that. It's a Saturday. We're probably going to kick that off sometime around 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, and we're just gonna milk it and run it for as long as we can. The link is in here already, nerd, of last year's. We raised $8,000 just over $8,000 last year for the St. Christopher's Truck Driver Relief Fund, and we're going to do it again this year. We're a different charity, but we're going to do it again this year. And we've got some really, really good people working on this with us to make this happen, because it's gonna happen. This year, I'd like it to be bigger than last year. Shannon, yes, yes. Let's reach out. I've Do I have his phone number? I don't have his phone number, but I know who does. I can get hold of him. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. Jackknife has a good one. You know who's got a really good one? Hooligan. Look at Hooligan. That guy's got a fucking mop on his face. Goatee only for me. Beard makes me look like a portly twat. Sterling, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. Right? It's more for the sake of just doing it, and for the fun of it, and for the so if just grow your goatee, just like David Edwards says. He's got a goatee that's the same length as Snorlord's. Grow your goatee out, man. Grow your goatee out. Well, nerd, just so you know, we're not paying. Like, I'm not paying you to shave it off. If you're willing to do this, and and you're willing to shave it off for charity, you're doing it for nothing. Like, we're not getting anything out of this. 100% of the proceeds go to the charity. So no, like, if you're one of the guys coming in to shave, you're shaving it off because you want to, and you're doing it willingly. Um, I have been listening, cleaning up after dinner. Nah, no problem, Dave. I copy and paste the link. Thank you, Tolga. Appreciate that very much. Laugh my laughs off, Sterling. Sterling, well, who cares about? Who cares? You've got a lovely red lady. You've got the lovely red lady. That's right, you do, and she will be happy to scalp you again. I bet. Thank you, Tolga. Yeah, you're welcome. No, I raised the. Oh, you raised the money for charity. Okay, okay, okay. My apologies. My apologies. Yeah, we did 8 grand last year. It was our first time at it, and we kind of bumbled it up because we'd never done it before, and we're being Canadian, and a lot of the money coming in was from the states, and we didn't have like Cash App and PayPal, and it got a little screwy. The money all eventually made it to where it was supposed to make it, so we're trying to make it a lot smoother this year, and we learned some lessons. We know what to do and how to do it this year, so we'll have everything in place. Shannon will have hers in place. Here's the advertisement: 10 beards for 10,000 bucks. I don't know if we can get 10 beards. I don't know. We'll try. We'll try 10 beards. And you know what we do? But basically, we do one. Shannon, this is how you do it. If you can get 10 beards, if we can get 10 beards, we line up 10 guys because we'll do it live. We'll have every each guy come into the live stream, right? Every 30 minutes, we do another one, right? So you got 10 beards. So every 30 minutes, 5 hour live. God damn it, I've gone way more than 5 hours, right? So every 30 minutes we do another one. So I'll kick it off and do mine first. And then we'll joke and talk and see where we'll race to get some money going, and then Freeway can come on and we'll do his. Then Sterling, then Donnie, then David, then Robert. Who else did we say? Nerd, right? Nerd, uh, definitely. What do you mean? Don't make it that long. You got anything better to do on a Saturday afternoon than raise money, good money for a good charity? Come on, nerd. Also, as well, um, think of a charity. Okay, we're trying to keep it. We're trying to keep it as close as we can to say trucking related. But if you've got one that's near and dear to your heart, throw it up here. What we're gonna do, nerd, is we're gonna put up. We're gonna take all the suggestions, right? And then we're gonna take, say, maybe the top 5 or 6. Let's say 5, and we're gonna do a poll, and then you guys get to pick the charity. We don't pick it. You guys pick it, and that's who gets the money. So, nerd, if you've got one that you like, throw it up, and we'll write it down. And then, like I said, we'll do the poll. I'm actually quite excited about this year. I really am. I'd like to definitely like to beat last year's. Definitely like to beat last year's. Tomorrow, I'm doing my first practical truck driving training. Good for you, bro. Good for you. In England. I'd love to come over there. I'd love to come over and hang out with Robert for a week. I'd like to drive around with Robert for a week. I'd like to drive a truck in England. Like with the steering wheel on the other side and everything, drive on the other side of the road. I'd really like to do that one day. I really would. I think that would be that's probably on my list of things I want to do before I die. I want to go to Europe or England or Europe and drive a truck. Robert, if I came over to England, could you arrange that? Could you arrange that? Could you actually hook that up and make it happen? Like you and I, if you're working, could we go out for a day or something, or I can hang out with you for a day, and would they let me drive a truck? No one beard for 1,000, the next beard for 1,000 until you reach 10 grand. Yeah, you know what? That's a freaking awesome idea, Robert. Everybody stays on till you hit 1,000. So we do mine. When you hit $1,000, Freeway hits it. All right, let's get $1,000 for Freeway's beard. Then Robert, you kick it. Let's get $1,000 for yours. Absolutely, that's a damn good idea, Robert. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. See, these are the ideas we need. This is. We're gonna take all of this, and we're gonna put all of this together, and we're gonna do this. Nerd, you think we could make that happen? I would love to come over and try a drive. First of all, I'd like to drive one of those big V8s, right? I'd love to kick it out with one of those big V8s. And I just want to drive on the other. I want to drive on the other side of the road, and I want to drive with the steering wheel on the other side of the truck. I would love to do that, man. That would absolutely make my day. Shortest beard first. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Shortest beard goes first. So everybody'd have to we'd have to take a pic. Everybody have to submit a picture, like email, take a picture and email it to me. Right? Shortest beard goes first, and then we'll just line you up in time zones, right? We'll start at 1 o'clock, and shortest beard goes first. Hit $1,000, next beard comes in. See, This is going better than I thought. This is going better than I thought. More money for the longer ones. I hope your charity goes well. Hey, thanks, man. Thanks. It's our second crack at it. It's our second crack at it. We did the inaugural one last year, our first year at it. We did pretty good, man. In 3.5 hours, we raised $8,000. So I don't see any reason why this year we can't do a $10,000 collection or more. Driving on the correct side of the road is awesome. You'd love it. So what you're saying, nerd, is I drive on the wrong side of the road, right? That's what you're saying. Well, the only thing I'm worried about is if I go to England, I got to drive around all the horse and buggies on the cobblestones. That's just what I'm thinking when I drive around in England. But nerd, you didn't think it, you wouldn't think it was kind of cool to come to Canada and jump in my truck, right? Like I got a buddy of mine named Pat. He's in Germany. He tunes in from time to time, and he drives. What does he drive? He's got one of the new Mercedes, and he says he's dying. He's absolutely dying to come over here and drive like a big Freightliner or a Kenworth or something, because these things are 10 times the size of you guys' trucks. Like the inside of them, and like there's 8 feet of nose on the front of this truck and everything like that. So you nerd, you don't think it would be kind of cool to come over here and kick it out, kick it down the highway, and then over here you can run 65, 70, 75 mile an hour. I guarantee you, you've probably never run 75 mile an hour in a truck over there, right? I think you guys are all capped at what, 55? Driving on the correct side, yeah. Nah, you line them up live on StreamYard and we vote. Okay, that works too, Shannon. That works too. Everyone gets a number, gets a number in the line. Okay, that would work. I would absolutely love to come to Canada and drive a truck. Yeah, most Europeans would. A lot of the Europeans. When I worked at ET, there was a lot of Euros in there, like Czech, Polish, Russians, Ukrainians. There was a lot of them working at ET Transport. There still is, and it took them a little while to get accustomed to the other side, and then the pure size of these trucks, right? 53-foot trailers, and you've got a 24-foot truck. So it took them a little while, but they loved it once they got it, man. Let me tell you. I prefer to drive on the correct side of the world. Yeah, so do I, Sterling. So do I. St. Jude's Children's Hospital for Charity. Houdini, we'll mark it down. We will mark it down. I got no problem with them. No problem. That's a recognized. I know that charity. That's a recognized charity. I'm good with that. I've already driven on both sides of the truck and both sides of the road. Yeah, well, I've seen you do it, right? Because when you get over, like when you leave England and you get over into Europe, you have to drive on the other side of the road because they drive like we do, the proper way. That was a dig at nerd, right? So I've seen you do it, but you're still on the other side of the truck. You're on the wrong side of the truck. And then start donations. And oh, sorry, Shannon. And then start donations. The guys go in numbered order according to length. I got no problem with that. That is excellent, excellent. That would be superb. I went in Burt Reynolds' old truck that used to pull his NASCAR called Bandit. Uh, it was awesome, dude. You'd love driving one of these. Let me tell you, nerd. You get behind the wheel of my truck here. Oh man, and you look around, see how much space you got back there. Like I've seen apartments. I've seen apartments that were smaller than the amount of room I got back there. Freeway's beard is a foot long. Jesus Christ. All right. I guess you'll be going last. I've driven a truck at 80 miles an hour. I was driving before they had speed limiters. Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I haven't had this thing. Well, I've had this thing over 80 going down it, rolling down a hill, fully loaded, rolling down a hill. I've had this thing going over 80, but on a straightaway, I've governed myself in this truck at 75. So on a flat straightaway, like 75 is as fast as I've gone in this with the my W9 though was wide open with that 60 series. That thing was wide open, and I could run that thing right up to about 90, 95 mile an hour if I wanted to. On occasion, I did just because I wanted to, but that's not a good way to make money. I prefer to be judged by girth and romance. Girth and romance. Well, you're asking a lot. You are asking a lot of this chat. You are asking a lot from this channel. Old school truck and evening chat. Excuse me, evening old school. How the hell are you, my boy? You just walked in. You walked in right at the just as we were discussing this year's charity. I learned to drive on a 2006 Volvo manual midroof. Now I have a 2021 Volvo 860, and the amount of space I have is amazing. Ivan, isn't it though? The new Volvo. So if you've got the 860, you've got probably got like the Globetrotter package, right? Like those things are massive. Those things are massive and comfortable. Like uh, I bought brand new. I bought in 2014. I bought a 730, right? So it's the same as the 780, which would be the same like square footage inside as the 860. Um, but it was a mid roof, right? Because I was doing the flatbedding and the oversize with it. And yeah, it's a big difference when you go from say if you had to go from that 860 down to say a 760, you'd be tripping over yourself. That's how much room you've got, right? That's how much room you've got. It's so much it's so cool. I would very much love I would love um one of the new Volvos. Um I haven't been in a 24 yet, and I haven't driven a 24 yet. Actually, I haven't I've seen I've been in a 23, but I've not driven one. The last new Volvo I drove was a 22, and it was a 760. I didn't get a chance to see one of the big ones. Um, I'm got some things lined up. I'm going to start doing a couple truck reviews on all the 24s, right? I'm going to do the 24 Cascadia, the Pete 579, the Volvo 860. I'm going to do the what else am I going to do? I'd like to do the LT, the International LT, the new ones. So if I can get that lined up, you're gonna guys are gonna see in the near future. You're gonna see all these truck reviews coming out of all the new trucks, and I want to be able to drive them. I want to be able to do. Here's all the specs. These are what comes. This is what it comes. This is how they are. Blah blah blah. These are the prices, and then we're gonna, set up the cameras inside the truck. We'll put the GoPros in, and we'll take it for a drive. So I think tomorrow I'm learning in a DAF. Well, that's isn't if I recall, isn't a DAF that's a PACCAR, is it not? Or I think DAF owns PACCAR or PACCAR owns DAF or something like that. That's very cool. I'm abandoning this live to check my meat. Good seeing you kids. Have a day. Sterling, thank you so much. We're looking forward to shaving your face and your head and everything else in between. See ya. Uh, Learn to drive in a late model 60s Kenworth, long nose with a 5 and 4. Woo! 5 and 4. You don't see those around. Hey, Freeway, could you still drive it today? Could you still, if I handed you a truck with a 5 and 4 gearbox, could you still drive it today? It would take me a few minutes. Everyone's saying hi to old school tech trucking. Sterling wheel, long and thin. Bye, Sterling, you hunk of meat, you big hunk of meat. Packard owns Def. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Freeway, that sounds cool. Yeah, that would definitely be cool. What did I learn on? I think I learned on a freight. I think it was like a 79 or an 80. It was old. 79 or an 80 Freightliner X. Not an. It wouldn't be the XL. What was it? Well, would it just been the Classic, a Freightliner Classic, an 80, maybe a 1980. Uh, it had a 15 double over in it. And I learned on a 15 double over, and then came out of that and went to an 18, and I've driven an 18 until I got this automated. Yeah, you think you could? I think I could too. I think I could too. I might piss it up the first few, but I think I probably could. One other thing, after getting in the I shift, I've never getting a manual truck. I served my time on that. Ivan, I've said that 100 times about this. This is the first automated truck I've ever had, and I agree with you with the I shift. The I shift is the best automated transmission in the world. They invented the damn things. Um, Best transmission in the world. I have always, every truck that I have owned, right? I've been an owner operator for 22 years, and every truck that I've owned has always been an 18 speed manual until I got this. And now that I have a 12 speed automated transmission, I will never, ever, ever buy another manual transmission unless I open my wallet tomorrow and I pull out that lottery ticket and I've won $70 million. And then I'm gonna go buy myself whatever truck my dream truck that I want, and it's gonna have an 18 manual because I won't give a damn what kind of fuel mileage it's getting. But yeah, automated all the way, baby. I'll never go back. The British Leyland. We were talking about that a while ago, Robert. Remember that? About a year or so ago, we were comparing them and talking about. Watch my community tab for results. You're actually going to pull out your meat and put it on your community tab. Man, that's a ballsy boy. I learned on a 10-speed Freightliner. Dude, I don't think I could drive a 10-speed. I think I would mess that up so bad because you actually have to use the sixth gear, right? Right? You go two, three, four, five, kick it into high range, and then you got to come all the way over to sixth and down where you don't with a 13, right? You actually have to use that sixth gear. I think I would screw that up so bad. I would screw that up so bad. I learned well, Millie, what are you driving now? Because you're doing heavy haul now. What is that you got in there? What is it? I won't say the name of your company, but what is it they've got you driving? You got a 13 or an 18 in that? I know I learned on a 7.4 Louisville 671 Detroit 13 over. Can't say I missed that piece of shit. No, no. Nerd in Motion. Does anyone use CBs in the UK trucks now? I don't know. Nobody here uses them. I've got mine on. There's a handful of guys that I know that we pass each other on the highways here and there that, quick chat and blah blah blah. But um, unless say for example, nerd, say you were in the truck ahead of me and we were both going to the same place and we were going out to Iowa or something, it was a long drive. We'd grab our own channel. We'd probably go up to like 24, 25 where there's nobody up there. And we'd sit up there and we could talk on the CB, then yeah. But nowadays, man, I can turn my channel. We run 19 is the channel of sort of like the everyday channel that everybody uses. And I could turn my radio on and leave it on all day and it might squawk once all day long, all day long. Pray for the spilled beer someone spilled somewhere. That's alcohol abuse, brother. That's alcohol abuse. I learned on a Super 10. I've never driven a Super 10, dude. I thought I'd driven just about everything. I've never driven a Super 10. 18. I've never done a 24 either. I've done a 21, 18, 15, 15 double over, 13, 10, 9. I haven't done an 8. I've never done a super. What's I can't even remember what the hell is the difference between a 10 and a super 10. I remember Leland's from my childhood. Nerd, not many now. I had one in my last truck, driving 18 speed Eaton right now. Yeah, you'd probably have to with the weights that you pull. With the weights that you pull, because like I'm pulling heavy right now. This job that I'm doing, And I'm averaging anywhere between like grossing all in, like gross weight. I'm averaging about 100, 95 to 105,000 pounds is what I'm pulling with this thing. But I've got an auto on in this, and it does really well with it. But if I had a manual, I would definitely want an 18. I've always sworn by the 18 speed transmission, strictly for the reason that with an 18 speed, it doesn't matter what the situation is, you've always got a gear available to you. Always. If you got a 13, sometimes not. If you've got a 10, definitely not. But with an 18 speed manual, it doesn't matter. You can get yourself into whatever position or whatever's happening on the highway or in the city or on in the construction zone or whatever. You've always got a gear. You can always grab a gear or find a gear with an 18, and that's why I always swore by it. I've always had an 18 speed manual. They were pretty. They were Tolga. I remember those. Yeah, Tyke. That's a shame. I wanted to use one again. 18 speed is just a glorified 13. Well, yeah, it is, right? Yeah, it really is. Now let's think about it this way, Freeway. Well, when I would run my 18 speed, I wouldn't split the first three bottom gears. I didn't split until I got into the fourth and the fifth position, and then go into high range and then drive it like a 13, right? So realistically, I drove it like a 13, right? I drove it like a 13 speed, except for the fourth and fifth gear spot. I would split those on the bottom end, depending and that and even then that all depended on how much weight I had. If I had like 25,000 pounds, I drove it like a 13. Right? Anything over 30, 35,000, I'd split the four and five spot on the low end, and then come up to the high end and drive it like a 13. So it's all how you what you've got on and how you've been doing it. That's just the way I did it. I know some guys, man, they split every single gear, right? If they got an 18, they start in they don't start in the basement, obviously, but they start in the second gear spot and they split, whamp, split, down, whamp, split. That's a lot of fucking splitting, right? It takes you 17 minutes just to get up to 65 miles an hour. 13 is just a 9 speed with four extra gears. 13 is a glorified 9 speed. Yes. 18 speed here is a splitter for both ranges. That's all. An 18 speed here, you've got the splitter, like so you'd have your gear shift, right? So your hand sit. I always had my hand like this. So your high and your low range would be here. You flick it up for high range, down for low, and then your splitter would be on the thumb, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back. You know, um, a 13 speed is the splitter button. You can always tell. You always know what gear pattern it was based on what color the splitter was, right? If the splitter was red, it was a 13 speed. If it was green, it was a 15 or a 15 double or 15 over. If it was gray, it was an 18 speed. So you could look, you didn't have to get in the truck and pull down the visor to find out what gear patterns it was. You knew by the color of the splitter. One of my friend's fathers was a truck driver, and all the drivers had satellite phones in their company for in case the cell phones were going to have any issues. But I never saw the CB radio here. We don't run well. Fucking satellite phones are too expensive. No company here is going to hand over, especially if you got a fleet of say 100, right? No company's going out and getting 100 satellite phones. Maybe they're cheaper over in Europe, but that's not the case here. Sad times. I'd love to see the CB come back. So would I, dude. So would I. It was a totally different language back then, right? In the late 80s, early 90s. Like that's when I started, right? Totally different language on the radio. Everybody had a handle. Everybody was talking. Everybody was, chit chatting and gabbering, and there'd be, it would almost be like, you couldn't get a word in. It was the guy with the biggest radio or the most power that got to do most of the talking. You need a license to use them, though. Maybe that's why. Okay. Whenever you're in Halifax area, go to channel 1 and 2. I didn't know that. You know what? I keep mine on channel 19 all the time. You know what? Um, the French guys they run 23. Most of the guys in Quebec are 23 or 24. But 19 is sort of like the channel that everybody across Canada and US goes on. I never asked. I know you are in a newer Freightliner. What is the fuel economy on this truck? I haul light loads Amazon and I get about 8 in the winter and my very best was once 10.2 in the summer. Right now I'm pulling heavy haul with this thing. So my fuel mileage is about 6.8, which is really good. Okay, don't get me wrong. That's really good. 6.8 miles per gallon, and it's winter time. So in the summertime, I don't know. I haven't been doing this. This contract started in winter, so I don't know what it's going to do in the summer. I'm going to estimate I'm going to be over 7, pulling an average weight of say 100,000 pounds. Um, but when I'm on the spot market, like doing regular flatbed or regular van, if I'm pulling a van, one of the new vans, um, and I'm just out and about doing regular across the US, just like you guys are and everything like that, or across Canada, um, I average anywhere between 8.8 and 9, maybe 9.1, depending. And that's just an average. I'm just saying with weight, right? Well, one load I could be light, one I could be heavy. I could get a couple heavy ones, whatever. So I average, say over a year, or actually, because I break it out into the quarter. So on each quarter, with the exception of the heavy haul that I've been doing lately, um, each quarter I still come out. I average about 8.8, and I'm good with that. I'm good with that. My truck's a 2020. It's got just over 500,000 miles on it, so it's not mileaged out. They're not hard miles, and this Detroit does really well. I think Freightliner's got a really good setup with the way they've done it. That's why they've continued to keep it going. If you look at the 2024s, they got all the same setups as this one here. All right, I've got the DD15. It came out of the plant at 505 horse at 1780 for torque. I took it down to 465 for horsepower and took the torque down to 1720. It's got 308 rear ends and a 12-speed automated transmission, and this thing's killing it for me at 8.8. So I'm quite pleased with that. That's a moneymaker for me. Wheelburner, have you ever had a hot dog cut in half on top of a cheeseburger on top of a bun? It is delicious. Yes, and you know it's even better than that, Houdini. You take your hamburger, you put your cheese on it. You take your hot dog, you cut it in half, right? So you split it in half. You lay that down on top of it, and the hot dog has to be barbecued. Okay, it has to be grilled. You don't boil it. You cut that, and then you put a layer of cheese on top of that, and then you fry an egg. Dude, it sounds messy, and it is, and it sounds tough to eat, and sometimes it is. Damn, is it good? Damn, is it good? Love it. 13 speed, no splitter on the bottom range. Crawler, plus 4 18-speed splitter splits on the bottom range, including crawler. 13 speed, no splitter on the bottom range. Right. Right. Crawler, plus 4 18-speed splitter splits all on the bottom range, including crawler. Yes, exactly. Man, those windmill wings are creating havoc on I-84. Here in Oregon, traffic jam closures. Yeah, you can have that, TJ. I'm not interested in any more winter. We got another blast of snow over the weekend at my place here. We thought maybe we saw the last of it, like last week there, but Mother Nature just does not want to go away quietly. This bitch is hanging on for dear life. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. A Super 10, a Super 10 is a 5-gear main transmission. The even gears are split like you would an 18 speed. A Super 10 is a 5-gear main transmission. Okay. The even gears are split like you would split an 18. No shit. Never driven one. I can honestly tell you, I've never driven one. I'd 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 like to take a swing at it. I like to do things I've never done before, so I'd like to take a shot at that. What happened? Are they broke or spinning that fast? The hell are you talking about? Okay, all it's bedtime for me. Be good and safe. Watch the sides when you're pulling out. Absolutely, David. Appreciate you stepping up. We're gonna hold you to it, brother. We're gonna hold you to it. We definitely are. Prepare to shave your beard. We're gonna hold you to it. Once you've said you're in, you're in. Trust me, man, you're gonna have a good time. It's we had so much fun with it last year. Like I said, with Shannon doing the cheerleading and she had her hands in everyone's pocket and everything else that was going on. We were laughing. We were killing ourselves laughing. It was a really good time. Really good time. You won't be disappointed. Ham radio. I've never played around, Dave, with a ham radio. Never really had the interest. Barry Harbison. Now, good evening. How you doing, Barry? Good to see you. We see you. I see you all over the place. You don't usually stop in here, but as long as you're here, I want you to mark June 22nd on your calendar. That's the second annual Wheelburner Express charity drive. And we're going to be shaving our beards off for charity again this year. I don't know if you remember us doing it last year. I know you were around. I don't know if you remember us doing it last year. We raised over 8 grand last year for the St. Christopher Truck Driver Relief Fund, and we're going to do it again this year. We're hoping to hit 10,000 bucks, and would love your support, man. David saying goodnight to Dar, Nerd in Motion. Me too, David. Time for some shut eye. I'm going to catch you on the flip side. Absolutely, nerd. We'll talk to you. Thanks for hanging out. Satellite phones cost too much here as well. Yeah, they're just expensive. All cell phones in Canada. You guys don't realize in the States how lucky you have it. Your cell phones, your cell phone providers, and your cell phone costs are I would say a third of what ours are. Right? They're an absolute. It's an absolute rip off. Our cell service in Canada is absolute. We get absolutely screwed. And the reason being for that is very simple. Right? They have to charge more because there's not as many phones, right? In the United States, there's 340 million people, and it's probably 300 million of them got cell phones. So they can afford to charge you, let's just say, for example, I'll just pull this number out of my ass. They can afford to charge you $50 for your cell service for that month, $50 a month. Why? Because they got 300 million people all with cell phones. Here, there's only 35 million or 34 million people in Canada. So let's say there's only 30 million people with cell phones. Big difference. So they charge more. That it's a monopoly up here. There's only really two cell providers up here. There's Bell Canada and Rogers Telecom. There's only the two. There's a bunch of like smaller ones, but either Bell owns them or Rogers owns them. So it's a screwing. Everyone's saying hi to Barry. See you later, nerd. Thanks. Yeah, Tolga, been super busy here. Finally got off work at a decent hour. Awesome. If you're happy, rest of the stuff are just details. Yeah, I'm happy with what's going on here. My handle was always my CB name for years. 2-4? Yeah. Damn, you still going? Yeah, I'm still going, Johnny. I'm gonna shut it down. I gotta go to bed. I know I say the same thing every Sunday night. Every. You still looking for more beards to shave? Yeah, Johnny. We've decided we want 10. Shannon came up with the idea that we're gonna do 10 beards, right? We're gonna bring them on. We're gonna do 10 beards. We're gonna do $1,000. We're gonna raise $1,000 a beard. We're gonna go for 10 grand. We're gonna start with the shortest beard and go to the longest beard. So we go from shortest to longest, and that's how we're gonna do it. You wanna step up? I think we've got 6 or 7 right now. You wanna step up, brother? We'll be happy to let you shave your beard. Google Voice Wi-Fi based calling is free. Yeah, but what if you don't have a signal? I do remember that event. Admire you for raising the funds you donated. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. A lot of that was a lot of people, a lot of good people working on that. Shannon worked her ass off. Spectre worked his ass off. Dar was killing it. It was a little bungled because, like I said, it was our first time doing it. But I think we've got it all figured out. And I think this year we can run that a lot smooth. It'll be a lot smoother, and we can probably raise a lot more money. Last year's event, yeah, Tolga, there you go. Tolga threw last year's event up there. Guard dog, your game. Okay, Johnny, we actually came down. We've solidified the date. We are June 22nd. We're going to start at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So whether you're home, whether you're on the road, whether you're at your grandma's house, it makes no bit of difference to me. That's when we're doing it, and that's when it's going to happen. If you're game for it, well, I appreciate you anyway, John. But I do appreciate if you want to step up and grow your beard, whatever. I know you've got something on your face now, but whatever you've got, stop trimming it, stop grooming it, just let it go. And come June 22, baby, we're going to shave it off. Cool. My birthday is June 7th, so it is after. Fantastic. Fantastic. You'll be a brand new guy for the next year after your birthday. When that's done, so am I. Again, I know I've said that before, but big deal. But I am. It's going on 8 o'clock, and I got to get up at 1 o'clock. So, ah, a year, a year, my ass, 6 months, my beard will be back. Well, John, this isn't a year. Well, what have I shaved it off last year, and then I actually kept it groomed for about a month after that. So what do we? I probably got what about eight? This is about 8 months, right? What is June? Well, no, it's more than that. Then 9 months. What are we in now? March, April, May, June. So three, so 12. Yeah, so 9 months. This is about 8 months. This is 8 months. So I figure I should have a nice another couple of months. I should be out something like that. The more you got, the better the shave is, right? It's all for the show, right? Look at him trying to count. Yeah, I had to pull out my fingers and toes. Luckily, I didn't have to get to 21. I'd have to pull my pants down for that. But hey, we're good. I got it on the fingers. Mehmet, Turkish family, my friend. Wow, Mehmet, Turkish family. You're from Turkey? Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for being here. The ambassador to this channel's name is Tolga, and he is also from Turkey. So now we got two Turks. Here we go. You look super young without the beard. Not trying to say that you're old, of course. Yeah. I m- I don't like it. Dar likes. I'll be honest with you. Dar likes it when I just have the mustache and just the goatee. Right? She says this adds like 20 years to my age. Um, Whatever. Right? I kind of like it. So this is all working for me. Um, But yeah, it does it. You take when I take all of this off, yeah, I drop probably at least 10 years in age. I look more my age. I probably look older than 50, 54 with the beard on. The beard is a trucker thing. It is. It is. For me it is. I used to do it because I used to keep it primarily back in the old days because when you're doing flatbed in the wintertime, you got the beard, you're out there throwing tarps and straps and chains and everything like that. My skin is a little sensitive, and it keeps the salt, the oil, the dirt, and all the shit off your skin, the beard. And then I just started letting it go, and then I just decided I liked it. So what the hell, right? What the hell? Now I just grow it just for the hell of it. Will you sleep with your headset on? No, we don't sleep with headsets on. When I take this off, actually, I got to charge it. It's actually beeping, so it's all working out well. The cigar's almost done. Time for me to go to bed. My headset's beeping that it's about to die, so we're all good. Looks like looks like Tolga's jabbering away to Mehmet. Right on. You guys keep it going. Looks like we found another friend. Fuck yeah, warmth. Oh, it also knocks the wind out of you, right? It keeps the wind off your face. Yeah, Dar add guard dog to the list. He said, yeah, he will do it. We're gonna hold him to it. Will you stay live while you sleep? No, we're not doing that. No, absolutely not. No. Trust me, man. You guys don't want to sleeping in my underwear, laying there sleeping in my underwear. I trust me. You don't want to see that. It's not a good side. It's not a good view. I don't care how many views it gets and how many likes it gets. I'm not doing it. Here we go. Cigar is done. Headset's done. I think I'm just about done. Thanks, Dar. That's I'm sure everybody needed to know that. I'm sure he needed to know that. Millie, thanks for hanging out, brother. Always a pleasure to see you. Always a pleasure to talk to you, man. Um, Guard dog, yeah, Johnny, you want to do it? Step up. Do I remember my dreams? No, no. I think in my life I can remember maybe two or three dreams, and they were catastrophic dreams, like they were horrible, and I remembered those. But other than that, farts ain't weird at all. But laughter, I don't know. I don't know, dude. I'm sleeping. How the hell would I know? I'm just going by what Dar tells me. She goes, "You were dreaming last night and laughing and farting at the same time." So I don't know what the hell. He dreams of. There you go. See, I dream of Dar only. It's catastrophic, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor. I'm gonna shut her down. But do me a favor and hit the like button. I really appreciate that. Mehmet, Captain, I am also a trucker in Turkey, but conditions are bad here. I understand. Tolga is a good friend of ours, and he's relayed to us a lot of the conditions that you guys are living in over there, and a lot of the hardship that your country and your people have had to go through over the last year with that earthquake. And it's heartbreaking. And if you're a truck driver, I'm sure you're one of those people that is you're out there. You're absolutely essential. You're an essential worker to keep your country afloat and to keep your country going. And I'm sure everybody in your country appreciates that. Um, all right, Johnny. Good night. Barry. Good night. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you later. I'll probably do another driving. I'll give tomorrow a break, but probably hit you up say Tuesday, and we'll do another nice driving video and go check out some New York countryside. All right. Uh, with that, man, I'm out of here. Mehmet, thanks for stopping in at the last minute here. Appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe. Mehmet, come on back. You can hang out and talk to you can talk to Tolga anytime you like. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, be good to yourselves, but more importantly, be good to everybody else around you. Eh? You never know who's having a bad day, and your simple, kind word could be the one thing that gets them through the rest of their day. It's easier to say something nasty to somebody and burn them down than it is to say something nice. So let's go the opposite way. Let's say something nice to people these days. All right, I'm out.